Facebook, and on YouTube, where we're streaming live. You can also join us on X, I almost said Twitter, X, and Instagram, where we have some very compelling and engaging content. Kindly engage with those contents for us. You can also subscribe or follow us on TikTok, where we've reserved some exclusive video content for you. Once again, good morning, thank you, and welcome aboard. Let's bring you interesting conversations right here on Breakfast Daily. Now, let's tell you about the Literacy Challenge 2026. The big announcement was made yesterday, and so I am sure and I believe and I hope that you would know by now if your ward, your child, your student made it into the top 100 contestants. Now, these top 100 contestants will be sitting for a written aptitude test as part of level 2 of the Literacy Challenge 2026. Okay? So the top 100 contestants from across Ghana to make it to the next round shall take part in a written aptitude test. This is happening on Sunday, the 16th of August, 2026 at the British Council here in Accra at 12:30 p.m. Okay. So all the top 100, if you heard your name or if you found your name, you can actually go online, citynewsroom.com or channel1newsonline.com, and go check if your name is in there. All right, you find the list on the website, so go check if you made it into the top 100 contestants, and if you did, then you should be gearing up for the aptitude test, which is happening on Sunday, August 16 at the British Council here in Accra at exactly 12:30 p.m. Remember that you stand a chance of winning 100,000 Ghana cedis, a laptop, and the bragging rights as the best student, most outstanding student, all-rounded student at the secondary level, not pre-tertiary, pre-secondary level for 2026. So congratulations to all, and kudos to all, and we look forward to having you at the British Council on August 16. That's this coming Sunday at 12:30 p.m. for the written aptitude test. That's level 2 of the Literacy Challenge 2026. So we look forward to seeing you on a Sunday if your name is part of the top 100. We want to say thank you to our sponsors. We would like to say thank you to Prospectus Ghana Limited. We also like to say thank you to SIC Insurance PLC. We want to say thank you to Advocate Publishing Limited. Thank you to the Tema Oil Refinery Tour. I would like to say thank you to the Delhi Group as well. All sponsors of the Literacy Challenge 2026. So we have Prospectus Ghana Limited. Thank you. We have Advocates Publishing Limited, thank you. We have SIC Insurance PLC, thank you. We have the Tema Oil Refinery Tour, thank you. And then we have the Delhi Group, We'd like to say thank you to all these organizations for sponsoring and supporting the Literacy Challenge 2026. We look forward to level 2 and even beyond, but let's engage on Sunday, 16th August 2026 at the British Council here in Accra. All right. The This is Ghana exhibition is also coming up at the end of the month. That's on the 29th and the 30th of August 2026. It promises to be big. We're building on the years of experience, the years of bringing Ghanaian businesses, Ghanaian startups, Ghanaian SMEs, indigenous corporate bodies together. We're building on the years of assembling the very best of Ghanaian ingenuity, and we're building on the very best of bringing Ghanaian businesses together to showcase their potential to the rest of the world. So you can rest assured that this year's edition will be absolutely fantastic, because you are going to see innovation in almost every sector of the economy. So health, hospitality, technology, fashion and textiles, creative arts, cosmetics, just name it, all right? You're going to see it all there at the Efua Sutherland Children's Park on Saturday 29th and Sunday 30th August 2026 here in Accra. The time is 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day. 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day. And we're calling all Ghanaian businesses, SMEs, startups, homegrown businesses, innovations, and indigenous corporate bodies to call these numbers. Okay, we have two numbers for you. 0205 973 973, 0205 973 973, or 0558 973 973, 0558 973 973. Call us now. Make your reservations, follow up with your registration, and please again, pay up, because it is only the payment that secures you a slot or a spot at the This is Ghana exhibition. Without making payments, really, the registration comes to nothing. So we'd like to entreat you to make your payments so that you are guaranteed a spot at the This is Ghana exhibition. So it's happening on the 29th and the 30th of August. And so at the end of this month, okay, we'll bring you all these wonderful local SMEs, startups, homegrown businesses, innovations, and indigenous corporate bodies. And they will showcase to you the goods, the services, the products, the wares, the innovations that they have. And trust me, you'll be marveled at some of the wonderful stuff that Ghanaian businesses are doing right here in Ghana. And of course, so there's this thing, I say that we produce it locally, but we consume it globally. So come and experience Ghanaian ingenuity in a way never experienced before, in a way never seen. It's on the 29th and the 30th of August 2026. It's at the Efua Sutherland Children's Park in Accra. And the time is 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day. And the numbers to call once again are 0205 973 973, 0205 973 973, or 0558 973 973. The This is Ghana exhibition is brought to you by Channel One Television and 97.3 City FM, and it's proudly sponsored by EcoBank and MTN. We'd like to say thank you to MTN and thank you to EcoBank. And we also like to have you informed that it's free entry. So you're not paying any money to patronize the This is Ghana exhibition. Don't let anybody deceive you. It's free entry. So there's no gate fee. There's no ticket selling anywhere. We don't have any online portal that is selling tickets. The only people who are paying anything are the exhibitors, the vendors, the businesses that will come. Okay, but for you, the patron, entry is absolutely free of charge, zero. Okay, so just show up at the This is Ghana exhibition, and together let's tell the Ghanaian story in a way never told before. We look forward to seeing you at the This is Ghana exhibition 2026, happening on the 29th and the 30th of August 2026. Efua Sutherland Children's Park here in Accra, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day. We wish you all the best even as you prepare for this grand expo that showcases Ghana's export potential to the rest of the world. Now, I've got some good news for all my car lovers, all my car enthusiasts, because tomorrow and Friday, so on the 13th and the 14th of August 2026, we're bringing you the Channel One TV and Zonda Tech Ghana Limited Auto Sale and Expo. Channel One TV and Zonda Tech Ghana Limited Auto Sale and Expo. And we're asking that you come discover the full range of Zonda Tech automobiles designed to offer power, luxury, efficiency, and durability on every road. So if you're looking for a vehicle to assist you in your farming business, come to this Auto Sale and Expo. If you have a company with a number of staff and you need a vehicle to add to your fleet to augment your transport department, come to the Auto Sale. Now, if you're into deliveries and you need to cut goods from one point to the other, you need a vehicle for that, come to the auto sale. All right. Now, if you're just on pension and you're looking for a take me go type of vehicle, the take me go, take me come type of vehicle, come to the auto sale. If you're looking for, or you're looking forward to changing your vehicle, you need to come to the auto sale. If you're looking to just add on to your fleet of cars, this auto sale is for you as well. I mean, there's something available for everyone. Okay, do not worry too much about your pockets, because the banks will be there. We'll be having some clinics, and so the banks will be there. Of course, you'd expect conversations around vehicle financing. And so it's a well put together all-round auto sale and expo, designed specially and specifically for you. And so we'd like to see you there on Thursday the 13th and Friday the 14th of August 2026 at the Zondatech showroom at Jowulu here in Accra. The time is 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. each day, and we look forward to seeing you there. So if you are an association, a union, if you are a group of friends who like to travel, you can pool resources and come to the auto sale. Come find you a 4x4, an all-wheel drive that you can drive into the outskirts, into the hinterlands without worry, without problem, because Zondatech has vehicles that deliver power, efficiency, and durability. And guess what? All these are delivered on every road. So don't worry if you are from my village in Asinfosu and you think the road is bad. Before you get to the no markets, the way the road is undulating, come and see vehicles that will defeat that shameful road that you've been driving on. So come to the Zondatech, Channel 1 TV Zondatech Auto Sale and Expo on the 13th and the 14th, and come and experience machines. My grandma would say, machine. We'll see you there tomorrow 13th and Friday 14th. It's happening at the showroom of Zondatech. So Zondatech showroom at Jowulu here in Accra, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. each day. Come and let's vroom away. All right, we'll see you there. Okay, let's get into the newspapers now. Let's start off with the Ghanaian Times newspaper. Front page has the Deputy Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Dr. Justice Shremsai, and he says lawyers cannot shun vacation trials. Lawyers cannot shun vacation trials. That's the Deputy AG speaking there. Get Fund launches furniture appeal for schools. Get Fund launches furniture appeal for schools. 100 million CD fund to drive agricultural transformation launched. 100 million CD fund to drive agricultural transformation launched. Special courts not for political witch hunt. That's the Chief Justice speaking. Special courts not for political witch hunt. And then you have Damai Mine delivers on community commitments. Damai Mine delivers on community commitments. Every time I have to say Damai Mine, it sounds like such a mouthful. Anyways, let me take you to the back page real quick. Okay, so it has the agricultural transformation story here. And then there's the SNIT targets 2.8 million active members by 2028. SNIT targets 2.8 million active members by 2028. So this is the back page of the Ghanaian Times. Two stories there, that of SNIT and that of the Agric Ministry and the moves being made in there. All right, so that's the Ghanaian Times. I'm going to take you now to the Chronicle. Chronicle says, GBA takes on judiciary over hearing of high-profile cases during vacation. GBA takes on judiciary over hearing of high-profile cases during vacation. Benefits of local ownership. Damai Mine recruits 400 locals barely 4 months into operations. Benefits of local ownership. Damai Mine recruits 400 locals barely 4 months into operations. On the back page, Amidu's bombshell. Government of Ghana was aware of AXA bribery, but Amidu's bombshell. Government of Ghana was aware of AXA bribery, but okay, that's the former special prosecutor Martin Amidu speaking there. All right, let's go for our scripture for today. Matthew 5:16. Matthew 5:16. In the same way, let your light shine before others, so that they may see your good works. Matthew 5:16. In the same way, let your light shine before others, so that they may see your good works. May the Lord add his blessings to the reading of his word. Let's go to the Daily Guide newspaper. Damai Mine fulfilling promises. 400 locals employed. Airstrip and roads underway. Damai Mine fulfilling promises. 400 locals employed. Airstrip and roads underway. Shake up at national security. Shake up at national security. Edubuahin trial. Judge insists on legal vacation hearing. Edubuahin trial. Judge insists on legal vacation hearing. Sawyer Committee got Growth 82 registration date wrong. That's according to the Fourth Estate. Sawyer Committee got Growth 82 registration date wrong. That's according to the Fourth Estate. AG opposes Wuntumi's bail pending appeal. AG, that's Attorney General, opposes Wuntumi's bail pending appeal. 2 arrested for killing man at Tuba. 2 arrested for killing man at Tuba. So that's on the front page of the Daily Guide newspaper. Let's now go to the Herald. The Herald says NPP's Katie Hammond dodges accountability in $1 million Dumsor era bribery scandal. NPP's Katie Hammond dodges accountability in $1 million Dumsor era bribery scandal. Major General Ayamdo replaces Limuna at Blue Gates. Damai chiefs and others hail early progress under Ibrahim Mahama. 400 locals employed. Airstrip and roads underway. NIMOS arrest 40 over illegal mining, excavators, guns, and 120,000 Ghana cedis seized. NIMOS arrest 40 over illegal mining, excavators, guns, and 120,000 Ghana cedis seized. Now, family and friends demand Omane Boama bust replacement. Quote, it doesn't depict him. End quote. Questions mount over 7 others. Family and friends demand Omane Boama bust replacement. Quote, it doesn't depict him. End quote. Questions mount over 7 others. And then there's a sad one. NPA Deputy Chief Executive Dr. Dramani Bukari dies. May the Lord grant him peace. Janatu Fidaus. Let's go to the news center. The news center says 400 new jobs, airstrip and roads take off. Damai chiefs and youth hail Ibrahim Mahama's early progress. Why U.S. prosecutors linked access $42 million fee to alleged bribes. Mahama shakes up national security with new appointments. IMF urges quarterly power tariff reviews. SDA Church to rescue government abandoned Agenda 111 projects. So that's on the front page. And when you go to the back page, you get a few more stories from the IMF captured there on the back page of the News Center newspaper. Let's rush to the Custodian. The Custodian says U.S. investigators flagged $42 million for Ghanaian firm in AXA Energy deal. U.S. investigators flagged $42 million for Ghanaian firm in AXA Energy deal. AG opposes bail for Wontumi pending appeal. CJ rubbishes GBA concerns on legal vacation. NPP accuses CJ of partisan conduct over vacation trial warrant, and SDA offers lifeline to abandoned Agenda 111 projects. So that does it for the Custodian. Let me bring you the Ghanaian Publisher. SDA moves to rescue Agenda 111 after months of government neglect. SDA moves to rescue Agenda 111 after months of government neglect. NPP accuses Chief Justice of weaponizing the courts. Adenta Dodowa road users cry for help. Naomi Alabi named curator for 2026 US Homowo Festival. So that's the Ghanaian publisher. The new publisher says Attorney General opposes bail. Wontumi will run away from Ghana. Amidu blows the lid off. Selective Justice under Mahama, Nolly prosecuted for NDC friends, persecution for MPP foes. Cutlass attack on 10-year-old daughter lands mother in court. Where is the $1.4 billion? Okay. That's Abnao Sayasari asking the question. She says, where is the $1.4 billion? PAC chair demands Gold Board and BOG probe. All right. Let me wrap it off with the Informer. The Informer says 22 billion CD loss. Minority interested in accountability and Gold Board excesses. Afenyo Markin tells Sami Jemfi. Galamsey steals Ghana's children. Pupils abandon classrooms for 1,000 cedis mining jobs. GBA warns Chief Justice over legal vacation rules. Citizens must feel economic recovery, government told. Gawa strikes over pay gap. And in this issue, NPP heats up over Beko bribery case as SEMSE demands disclosure of 2013 power deals. Now, let me take you online real quick. We're going to start off from channel1newsonline.com. Upper West, police arrest 6 over armed robbery and Momo thefts. Government has failed to address free SHS challenges. That's Miracles Abuaje. Again, he says government inflation target economy squeezing Ghanaians. CJ and AG sued over legal vacation. Vacation trials. Tuya Yeboah demands reasons for selection of Edubuain and Hanan cases. Edubuain and Hanan cases should resume after legal vacation. NPP to Chief Justice. Vacation judge can continue trial without defense lawyers. That's according to Martin Pebu. Health Ministry dismisses claims of antiretroviral medicine shortage in Ghana. Major shakeup at National Security Secretariat as Mahama names new appointees. I won't compromise legal vacation principle for one case. Samuel Atachia. NIMOS intensifies Galamsey crackdown, arrests 40 and seizes excavators across 6 regions. Ghana Post record 148.3 billion cedis trade surplus in 2025. Gold dominates Ghana's exports as earnings hit 20.2 billion US dollars. So that's channel1newsonline.com. Let's quickly go to citynewsroom.com and let's see what's happening on citynewsroom.com. A few quick stories there. And then, all right, citynewsroom.com. Ghana spends $168 million on tomato imports. Ginger dependence exceeds 99%. That's according to the CSIR. Court of Appeal to rule on AG stay of application in Sedina Tamaklo case today. Gold drives 63% of Ghana's exports. What does this mean for the economy? Ignore NPP's cheap propaganda. Assent to Cocoa Board bail. Majority tells Mahama. GBA has no business in legal vacation disputes. That's according to Roxanne Nelson Dafia Makbo. Substantive vacation hearings require lawyers' consent. Tuya Yeboah speaking there. Mahama government has turned no fee stress into post-stress. That's Miracles Abuaje. Miracles Abuaje outlines ambitious communications plan for MPP. Ambrose Dairy to contest Nandom seat again in 2028. Private citizens use AG and Chief Justice over legal vacation. So visit citynewsroom.com or channel1newsonline.com and you get details of these stories as well as several others. This is Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 Television. Stay with us. We'll return shortly with the news review segment.
Looking for everything made in Ghana? All in one place? Then get ready. The This is Ghana Exhibition 2026 is here. A bold celebration of Ghanaian creativity, innovation, and excellence. From rich traditional crafts to modern cutting-edge solutions, experience the very best of Ghanaian products and services. Explore excellence across key sectors, including automobile, agriculture, education, health, hospitality, fashion, technology, food and beverages, creative arts, beauty, retail, and more. This is the biggest Made in Ghana fair, bringing together SMEs, startups, manufacturers, local creators, indigenous corporate bodies, entrepreneurs, and innovative businesses all under one roof. Discover brands redefining quality, connect with industry leaders and innovators, experience the energy of Ghanaian enterprise and creativity. The date is 29th and 30th of August 2026. The time is 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. Venue, the A4 Sutherland's Children's Park. Call 0205 973 973 or 0558 973 973 to register. Come explore, come connect, come be inspired. Discover the brands redefining Made in Ghana and experience the future of Ghanaian excellence. The This is Ghana Exhibition 2026 is powered by Channel One TV with support from City FM. And it's proudly sponsored by EcoBank and MTN. This is Ghana Exhibition 2026, celebrating Ghana, showcasing excellence.
Welcome to The Point of View. This is your favorite current affairs show here on Channel One Television. On The Point of View, we pick the right topics, get the right guests, and ask them relevant questions on issues that matter to you.
With the complexities of the issues happening around us on a daily basis, it's the hard-hitting conversations and the probing questions of The Point of View.
So what is the Public Account Committee's job?
So what we do is to scrutinize, clarify, and find out why certain infractions have been made.
What do these IMF programs try to do?
The current program is for budget support.
Okay.
There are no projects attached.
That teases apart the twisted entanglements of politics and governance, as well as religious and social discourse. The Point of View brings you the policymakers and duty bearers and drills down to the very bottom of issue.
What authority do you have?
The Point of View airs every Monday and Wednesday at 9 p.m. only on Channel One TV.
Were you at the 2026 edition of the Back to Your Village Food Festival? If not, then join us in reliving the entire festival through the Back to Your Village Food Festival playbacks. From the food to the music and to the cultural displays, we will take you back to your village, be it a Kan, in the south, or in the northern parts of Ghana. Experience it all over again with us this August by catching all the playbacks right here on Channel One TV. And if you missed the announcement the last time, make sure you look sharp next time. The 2026 edition of the Back to Your Village Food Festival was sponsored by EcoBank, Gino, Didi Chateau, Munchie Biscuits, Everpack, National Petroleum Authority, and supported by Jibu Water and Trillium Industrial Company Limited.
Made in Ghana, you can take me to London.
Hello there. Thank you so much for keeping faith with us. This is Channel One Television. You're watching Breakfast Daily live, and it's time for the news review segment where we bring guests into the studio. We put questions to them on some topical issues, and then they bring their perspectives to these topics. You're also invited to join us with your own perspectives, your thoughts, and your submissions on the issues being discussed, and of course, the commentary that will be run by our guest in the studio. Join us via WhatsApp. Send us a text. The number is on your screens. You can also join us on Facebook or on YouTube where we're streaming live. Drop a comment in the chat box and we'll do our best to read it out on the show. Let me quickly welcome my guest. Michael Kosidede is here. He's an engineer and a regular on the show. Engineer, good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
It's good to see you. Good to have you. Seated next to him, we have Hamza Suhini. He's a member of the communications team of the ruling National Democratic Congress, NDC. Hamza, it's been a while.
Yes, my brother. Good morning to you.
Good morning. I hope all is well.
Well, we can't complain. We are surviving.
Great stuff, great stuff. Eric Chum is also here. He is also a member of the communications team of the New Patriotic Party, NPP. Eric, good morning.
Good morning, Nana.
Always good to have you.
Same here.
Very well, very well. Gentlemen, let's get straight into our conversations. We'll start from the courts, which is supposed to be on legal vacation. However, some judges have been directed to sit. Interested parties have issues with this. We've seen the NPP, we've seen the GBA, that's the Ghana Bar Association. Yesterday, we had the Chief Justice himself decline a bid to push the trial of Abdul Wahab Hanan and Kwabna Edubwain, the former DG of the National Signals Bureau, to the next legal term. Now, we want to understand what really legal vacation is, what is permissible, and during the period, and of course the concerns that have been raised, what are the thoughts of my guest on these. So, Counsel, I'm tempted to start with you since you were a lawyer. But I want to follow with the way I went with the introductions. So let me start with Engineer. Engineer, if you are accused of a crime, and truly you are not guilty, if you believe you are not guilty, wouldn't you want the case expedited so your name is cleared?
Definitely the case. If you are, because going to the courts is a lot of time-consuming work.
Exactly.
You go, you come, you go, you come. So it's quite draining. So I think that a speedy trial helps everyone, both the accused and the prosecutor and everyone. And that is why this issue as it stands today shouldn't even be one that we should be contending with, because the legal vacation is an inheritance from colonialism, where, because the judges came from the UK and other places, and time travel between here and the UK took maybe about 6 weeks, they needed quite a lot of time to be able to go on vacation and then come back.
Right.
So post-independence, we should have reformed that. But 60-something years on, we are still keeping that system. And I think that we do ourselves a lot of injustice by keeping that system.
The legal vacation.
The legal vacation.
I want to...
No, so
your
like all other professional practices, people go on leave as and when they are due.
Yeah.
So why can't we have a system like that? Why do we have to vacate every case and say only a few can go on trial? So for me, that is the issue that is at play at the moment.
You'd rather individual judges
go on leave as and when they are due, rather than
not
this,
the entire
judiciary taking a vacation. So I think that is what we need to look at and try and resolve and do away with it. But unfortunately, it seems like the profession itself is happy with it. They are keeping it, and I think that is unfair. And I think that the current Chief Justice and the Chief Attorney General and Minister for Justice must possibly look at it and say, look, if I can do this reform within my tenure, maybe I should do it. That is if it's within his purview. But I think that it's one of the things that needs to change, importantly, because there is the public perception that when politicians are on trial, then everything else is easy, because they can seek permission, they can do all manner of things and go out. But consistently, when it's a minor offense, young people who are not openly political affiliated, ordinary citizens, they go to jail. Their cases are speedily tried and they go to jail. But when he becomes a politician, then everything else must be set aside for them. All privileges must be granted them. Everything else must be set aside. And I think that creates a certain public perception that justice is for sale and doesn't help the country. Now, if you look at the fact again that just recently, Justice Kulendi was making a submission to the law students in the Ghana School of Law at Legon, where he says that there's a backlog of over 30,000 cases, with 83% of those within the high courts. And yet we still think that it is proper for us to go on a vacation, on a legal vacation. And when you go to court, it's as if the people representing us, the lawyer and the judges, are simply taking their time. Oh, the next date, what is your diary? Oh, I'm traveling, I'm not available, I'm this, I'm not here. And then everybody is happy with it and they move on. Meanwhile, you, the person on trial, want something to be done for you quickly, and especially when it resolves around financial issues. I mean, there are cases that are being called for 5 years, no resolution. Every day, judges and lawyers are saying, oh, we are going on holiday, we are here, give us time. And yet, when it comes to other professionals in this country, everybody expects that they deliver on time. So when you go to the hospital, you expect that the doctor must deliver immediately. When you go to schools, you think that the teachers must deliver. When you go everywhere else, it's not. But the lawyers and the judges sit down and they decide that, oh, as for justice, the wheels grind slowly. And they use that as an excuse for things that clearly are not acceptable. And I think that this legal vacation needs to be looked at. I don't want to look at the specific persons involved. I think that the whole issue of the legal vacation is a contentious issue that we need to resolve as a people, so that justice delivery, based on the figures that Justice Kulendi himself is presenting, can be quickly dealt with.
Very well. Counsel, what's the practice if a judge wants to hear a case during the legal vacation?
Oh, good morning once again. Good morning to my colleagues in the studio and our cherished viewers out there, your production team as well. Nana, first of all, let me make the point that for you to understand the whole basis of the legal vacation, you need to appreciate its historical antecedents. I think that in the first place, it was not meant for lawyers per se. This was a practice strictly meant for judges. And it was a novel way of refreshing their memories, their minds in terms of the cases that they were dealing with, and most importantly, in terms of changes that were happening within the legal fraternity, especially when it comes to decisions of the courts. And so you can refer to that period as a period of reflection, as a period of learning, and as a period of sharpening the law for the judges to be able to keep in tandem with developments as far as the laws are concerned. So basically that was it. It was not meant for lawyers. It was meant for judges because they've been working throughout the year. There's a need for them to step back for at least a month or two to take stock, abreast themselves with developments within the fraternity, laws that had emerged. Because unlike lawyers, remember, we have the opportunity to do research on daily basis when it comes to the cases we run. And even sometimes if you don't have cases running, you still do your research and you keep updated. Judges work almost all the time. And they come and sit in there. You have about 3, 4, 5 cases before them they need to deal with. So they are mostly buried in the law in a way. And if you are not careful, you miss many other things that are likely to come up from different courts, especially the superior courts. And so that was the basis of it. And that's why it is difficult to fashion it in a way that Senior Comrade is suggesting, to the extent that it should be made similar to like we have in the public services, where you can go and leave for a month or 2 or 3. It is mostly difficult in that the whole objective is intended, even within that period. There are so many in-service trainings that go on, workshops, trying to empower them. And so the judiciary is unique in a way. And it is not by accident that even the constitution of the 1992 Constitution of Ghana gives the judiciary its pride of place in terms of the arms of government. And when it comes to it, because it is the bedrock of our democracy, there's the need for us to understand that not all rules applicable in other sectors would be applicable when it comes to the judiciary. That is very important. It is not about holding on to a colonial relic. No. It is simply the nature of the profession and how intense it is. And there's the need for sometimes for us to at least maybe just make do with what we have. That is not to suggest that reforms cannot be made. Reforms are always welcome. Now, on the issue of whether or not these cases should continue, it is an interesting matter. Interesting because I think that I've heard the Ghana Bar Association also raise concerns about the directive that the courts should continue to sit. I listened to the Attorney General, Deputy Attorney General disagree with them in law. Yeah, and I side not because I speak for government or for the party in power. It is simply because I can appreciate the reasoning of the Deputy Attorney General. That is not to dismiss the concerns of the Ghana Bar Association and most importantly, the accused persons in this case. And I'll explain why. Nana, it is not accurate to say that all courts go on vacation during the legal vacation.
True.
It only applies to the superior courts. So the lower courts, judges and lawyers still work all the time. Secondly, if you look at the superior courts, not all superior courts go on vacation during the legal vacation. Some other criminal courts or superior courts sit during the legal vacation. So this is not peculiar. And if you look at the directive of the Chief Justice, it is not only in relation to even the oral cases. There are many other cases that are taking place, that are running their course, even during the legal vacation. Look, even within this period, there are certain forms of applications you are allowed to present before a court. For example, bail. I am reliably informed that the same Honorable Atachia has a bail application before one of the superior courts on behalf of Wontumi. So by his interviews being granted, is he suggesting that on the said date he's not going to appear in court because he's on vacation? These are critical questions we need to ask. Is he not going to go to court and move that application because he's enjoying his legal vacation and he doesn't want the Chief Justice or any judge to intrude as far as that period is concerned? These are genuine questions we need to ask. Again, you have said it right. Inherent in the principle of fair trial is the fact that trials need to be speedy. And so it is not in the interest of any of their parties in court to want the trial processes to, what's the name? Delay. Because inherent in the principle of fair trial is speedy trial. If your conduct gives reasonable suspicion to the judiciary that this is a lawyer whose stock in trade revolves around buying time and trying to turn the wheels of justice in a way that is alien to the accepted practice, as far as our judicial architecture is concerned, even the judges themselves will take notice of you. Because mind you, inherent in our quest for fair trial also is to ensure that the cost implications are cost implications that the state can bear and the judiciary can bear. And the longer cases stay in court, the heavier the financial burden on both the state, the accused persons, and the judiciary. So all these things are weighed. So if you are a lawyer who is known for abandoning your clients midway and saying that you are going to attend your daughter's graduation, and for which reason a judge should not sit. If they see your antics, suddenly Apia Akobi goes to court today, says that he's not interested in pursuing the Wontumi matter again. And so Wontumi should change a lawyer. The judges are human beings. They see all these antics. And these are antics that are injurious to justice. And so even if such a lawyer comes before them, they themselves will be different. And so in exercising discretion to allow courts to run, any serious judge concerned about justice would take all these matters into consideration.
Right.
No, are you getting the point? So unfortunately, these conducts cannot be overlooked. And that is the burden, the likes of, what's his name? The Signals Bureau guy.
Oh, Kwabena Dubois.
Kwabena Dufo, and my own brother.
Kwabena Dubois.
Kwabena Dubois, and my own big brother Hanan and Co.
Yeah.
That is the unfortunate burden they have to bear. Choices of counsel. It is very critical when it comes to criminal trials. Again, you see, Nana, in any case, you made that point. If you are so convinced that you are not guilty, in fact, it should be in your interest for the cases to be dealt with quickly so that you have your freedom. I don't see why anybody should stand on the way of such a golden opportunity. And having said so, I am also mindful of the fact, and this is where I give you a second view, opinion on the matter. I am also mindful of the essence of giving the accused persons reasonable time, not ample time, reasonable time to be able to prosecute their defense. Also inherent in the principles of fair trial.
Yeah.
So I can appreciate that concern. Secondly, I also get the sense when it has been argued that why these cases, but I've already given you an indication that these are not the only cases. That's the impression out there.
On that, briefly, is there a structure of what cases can be heard during the legal vacation?
No. I think that it is at the discretion of the judges.
Right. But do the judges need to, if like, agree with the lawyers involved in the cases before this warrant is issued?
No. You see, under Order 79, please.
AG
yes,
make that argument.
That one.
That for
it is just a courtesy extended to lawyers.
Very well.
No.
Very well.
It is not an obligation. It is a courtesy extended to lawyers by the judges. If the what's the name? The Chief Justice under Order 79 agrees that certain cases should sit, the judges will sit. And I'm telling you that if you look at what is happening today, those cases that are still running in court, even within during the legal vacation, are not only oral cases. There are many other cases that are taking their due, that are running their full course.
Right.
As far as these things are concerned. So it is a courtesy. However, I was taken aback when I heard the directive of the judge that if the next sitting, if Atachia fails to show in court, then he would instruct the
accused and Hanan and his wife to do the cross-examination.
Absolutely. I think that for I can understand the frustration of the judge, but I am pretty much convinced that the judge would have a second look as far as that position is concerned. Because you see, we don't also want to give an impression that when it comes to political cases, our posture is different. I can understand the frustration of the judges because we politicians, we want to infect the judiciary with our inertia. The same attitude we have when it comes to how we run things as executives. If the judiciary does not protect its terrain, we would transpose that same attitude into the judiciary and enforce inertia. Because, like Senior Comrade indicated, when it comes to certain people, they are before our courts. Because they are not politicians, nobody hears of them.
Right.
Even during legal vacation, their cases are ongoing. Nobody is talking about them. And so those people, their cases even are faster. Let someone steal a goat or a sheep or a hen today, and he's brought before our law courts. Speedy justice.
Yeah.
But when it comes to those of us with political tax and coloration, it takes years. And when you want to say, they say, oh, but it's because the lawyers know the antics. But why is it that when it comes to the lower courts, the other crimes, the smaller crimes, citizens who are not politically exposed, those antics are not used to their benefit? And so these are critical questions we need to ask. And I'm pretty much convinced that even the judges themselves are getting worried about that perception when it comes to political cases before them.
Very well.
And so it is in their interest to also ensure that we do not finish polluting the executives with our executive with our inertia and seek to transpose
to the judiciary.
But as for justice, I think that the judge in the case must engage further with the lawyers of the accused persons. Let us reach an amicable solution. If at the end of the day the people are convicted, then they will be convinced that they were convicted according to sound legal practices.
Very well.
If they are discharged, those of us who are also observing would be convinced that they were discharged according to sound legal principles. But this tussle as to whether to sit during legal vacation or not to sit is not healthy for all of us, whether accused persons or those who are actually prosecuting the case on behalf of the state. We can reach an amicable solution to this particular matter. But for me, the most important thing is in the interest of justice.
Very well. Eric, let me hear your thoughts on this matter, whether the judges should hear these cases during the legal vacation or otherwise. Your party has made its position clear, but where do you stand on it?
Well, I have to go with my party's position. But that does not mean that I cannot prefer an opinion on the matter. It's very interesting when some of these things come up. Because I've always believed that some of these conversations have to be anchored in some kind of values and principles. And there's a long-standing convention. My previous panelists have already spoken about the historical antecedents. I don't want to even belabor that point. And so today, an issue pops up, and it involves some persons who are politically aligned or who were appointees under previous administration. Then all of a sudden, it looks like that particular convention and principle is being varied. So people ordinarily would have challenges with that particular directive. And that is the reality. You understand? You can do all the intellectual analysis and say all the things that you want to say. But because this is something that even predates colonial times, all of a sudden there's an issue, and then it becomes clear that the directives are being changed. The same GBA, some of these persons, I mean, the Chief Justice was a lawyer before, the Attorney General and his deputy are all in the fraternity. They've been part of the process. I'm sure they have, in times past, I have absolutely no evidence of that. I'm sure in times past I've been involved in cases where the courts have gone on vacation and they've come back and continued. I'm sure that has happened. These are, I mean, legal persons with, I mean, a track record over the last 20-something years. You understand what I'm saying? So it's clear that there's something maybe when it comes to the principle lost on this particular matter. It might not be out of some kind of malice. It might be just that the Chief Justice wants the case to be dealt with expeditiously and everything. But we also understand that this is how you guys have been doing this thing over a period. I'm not a lawyer. I mean, so I don't understand the nuances and the intricacies when it comes to that. And so you have a situation where justice delayed, of course, they say is justice denied. However, if there's also almost like a certain perception that there's an unhealthy haste to do something, it also creates a particular perception. And like Hamza said, in as much as you say that, the argument of if you are guilty, if you feel that you're not guilty, let's
Why not?
expedite the process. That's a very sound, on a cursory look, it sounds like a very smart assertion. But the other thing is that maybe the person who's also accused needs some kind of time or whatever to also put together their defense and all of, like you said. I mean, so you can have two divergent views on the matter. Or even, for example, the lawyer himself. The lawyer has different clients. Apart from different clients, it has family commitments, personal commitments. They know that in Ghana, between this period and that period, it's a legal vacation, he's made arrangements. You can sort of be flippant about even this, why would you leave your client and go to your daughter's graduation? And again, these are some of the things that sounds like it's like objective analysis. But the reality is that you have a daughter gone to school, finished university. They want their father to be present at their graduation. Father knows that between late July or maybe early August and September, I have time off, and I promised my daughter that I'm coming to your graduation. You cannot just ignore that and make it look like it's a simple argument, right? So the reality is that, yes, I mean, like the engineer spoke about, I, even this morning, heard somebody taking the matter to the Supreme Court to ascertain the constitutionality of even that legal vacation. And for me, you know, I like this kind of thing. For me, when these things happen, that's probably the route to go. The moment you leave it to an MPP opinion and an NDC opinion, it muddies the waters. You understand what I'm saying? And you have, I mean, even GBA sitting in the middle, and all of that. And for some strange reason, anytime the NDC is in power, they are almost at loggerheads with the GBA. And you have prominent members, like yourself, prominent members of the NDC fraternity, part of that particular, the GBA. I find that thing so intriguing. And it's on almost a lot of different subjects. You get it. But I believe that the route to go is like what engineer said, that maybe we have to really look at the thing, look at the fact that in this day and age, there are all sorts of considerations that need to come into play. And if some reform would be done, why not? Because in the final, people go to vacation when they want to, so you don't sort of shut down an entire judiciary just because people are going on vacation, and things can be done. It's a modern way, progressive way of looking at these things. But you see, the matter, this particular matter that we are discussing, would definitely raise some kind of eyebrows in terms of, okay, why is it that on this specific issue, all of a sudden a long-standing convention is changed? If there are other examples, maybe I'm not too much aware of it, but that's where I stand.
But
so
in these particular cases, take Hanan's case, for example. Wouldn't you want this case done and dusted so you move on with your life? Currently, you're unable to travel. Your wife was stopped from traveling. You'd want to move on with life.
Yeah, but the point is that, so like, I mean, again, I don't want to go into the details of that particular matter. But like even Suhini said, the same lawyer of Hanan, right? Is it, if I'm mistaken, it's the same lawyer for Wontumi and Co. And you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so you have one lawyer.
No, the lawyer for Dubois.
The Dubois case, right? Yeah. And so it's also same lawyer for Wontumi. Now, it can even happen that, I mean, let's be practical. It can even happen that these are two separate courts, and they're all sitting around the same time or very close to each other. The counsel, who is the lawyer, would need some kind of time to be able to address all of these issues. And he believes strongly that, well, between this period and this period, I would have some time off to do other personal things. So we can look at the practicality of that, right? And so that's why sometimes even lawyers would have a case here and will be another court and somebody is holding brief for them, depending on the severity of that particular case, you know? So it's not everything that, you know, has to be sort of clothed with some kind of partisanship or political lenses. But the reality is that that's the reality. I have lawyer friends, and I know sometimes they have series of things. Sometimes they even have cases that they have supposed to attend to outside of the jurisdiction. Maybe they're consulting for somebody. They have some courses that they need to attend to. If you have a lawyer who is a member of parliament, or you would still have to get their services one way or the other. So the principle is there. I believe that now a citizen of this country is taking the thing to the Supreme Court for some kind of interpretation to see how constitutional that is. But even outside of that, there's nothing wrong with doing some kind of post-evaluation of this system over the last 60, 70 years and say that maybe it's not fit for purpose today, right? And then we'll move on from that. Honestly, it's a big deal, but I don't think that we should spend too much time dealing with this matter. Let the principles hold sway, and then let's see how it goes.
Very well, very well. Engineer, I think the law allows for, if like counsel for the accused person who have issue with the case being heard during this period to see the judge if they want an adjournment. So there shouldn't be too much of a worry.
I don't know the details of the law, but clearly on administrative basis, if a lawyer is not going to be available for a client, definitely there should be some discussion with the judge. But again, on the substantive issue of the legal vacation and issue like that, I just want to say again that if you look, you realize that this legal vacation is predominantly with British associated countries, Commonwealth countries. It has, in America and other countries, nobody does any such thing. Where there's a blank. So again, like any other workplace, a lawyer, a judge can go on leave, go and do his studies, go and update himself on law and come back to work. So I think that sincerely, we need to look at that provision. And I'm happy somebody is taking it to the Supreme Court. But I think it doesn't help us as a country. And especially when it comes to the trial of politicians. Let's not create the impression that politicians are above the law. When it comes to them, everything else must come to a standstill. Other than that, we are creating a situation where the people of this country would revolt. It doesn't help in the delivery of justice. We've seen, like Hamza himself has mentioned, when it comes to petty thieves and everything, within a few days, they are tried, they are locked up, and nobody hears about them anymore. But once a politician who has actually been accused of dipping their hands into public purse, then the whole matter changes. The case drags on for years on end. And I think that is clearly not fair to the people of this country.
Well, counsel, quick one. As a practicing lawyer, are you worried about this seeming media standoff between the bar and the bench?
No. But as someone who is concerned about justice, I am. In the sense that, you see, for me, the most important thing is about justice being done. And all parties moving away, believing, regardless of their biases, that indeed justice has been delivered. And that's why I've made the argument that, on one hand, the Chief Justice is grounded in law, aided by the law to declare that certain courts should continue to run during the legal vacation. This is not the first time that this has happened.
True.
And indeed, it is not only oral cases that are running as we speak today. However, I also appreciate the concerns of counsel for the accused persons. Precisely because of the essence of reasonable time in prosecuting a defense. So if there's a legal vacation, either a month or two, it would be useful to any defense counsel to take advantage of that period, look at the charges against his client, review the strategies, and also come back stronger, which is in tandem with the fair, or what do you call fair trial principle. And that is why I can understand the concerns being raised by counsel. But if you raise those concerns in a way that can convince us, I'll respect it. But if you seek to do so in a Rambo style, as if to suggest that you are entitled to some right during the legal vacation as a lawyer, and for which that courtesy or that obligation must be enforced in your favor, then I would have a problem. It presupposes that you don't even appreciate the essence of that legal vacation and the practices of our courts, even during that legal vacation, especially so when you have another pending application before the courts that would be heard within that period. And you would appear in court. That one, you won't say that you are on vacation and you want to enjoy your vacation. These are the issues. And you see, for me, personally, with the concerns that are coming, that is why I'm saying that it is difficult to dismiss the concerns of the accused persons. Anybody interested in justice will not dismiss it. Trust me, regardless of your partisan persuasion. Because at the end of the day, I want an outcome, regardless of our biases, that will be acceptable to all. And even the onlookers themselves, those who are not partisan, would know that this is justice in this particular instance. And, Nana, in all honesty, I will make this appeal. If they feel that they want to take advantage of the legal vacation, I think that the Chief Justice or the judges sitting on those particular cases should perhaps indulge them, give them that time, let them come back after the legal vacation, then the cases can proceed.
The city has issued the warrants. Can the judge then say, or what will happen for that leeway that you are?
Yes, but they can engage the Chief Justice to withdraw the warrant.
Very well.
Or to make amends.
Or the lawyers can
do so.
The judge for
can do so. Because you see, my worry, in all honesty, is about justice and the perception of bias.
Right.
Especially when it comes to cases of this nature. It is in the interest of the Republic that at the end of the day, when a verdict is handed down, it can be accepted as a verdict that is workable. That is why I am of the view that at this critical moment, regardless of the fact that the directive is grounded in law and it is supported in law, if this is what they want to take advantage of the legal vacation to do, because you see, you simply, if people ask the question, okay, apart from the oral cases that are supposed to take full trial, we know there are other cases. What is the basis of the exercise of that discretionary power? Because remember that even the exercise of discretionary power is not arbitrary under our laws. We go into another realm. So to get away or to move away from all these questions, that could have future implications on the outcome. Why the tussle? Why the tussle? These are the questions I'm asking, because I'm sure they are thinking that if not because we are politically exposed persons, if we were to be any other person, the CJ wouldn't have directed for the cases to continue. Are you getting the point? And so let us allow them that leeway if we can. If it is not late, let us engage. A month or 2 or 3 would not change much. If indeed they are guilty, the law will prove that they are guilty. If they are not, they will be acquitted and discharged.
Right.
So this is not a matter that I will sit in this chair as spokesperson of the NDC and dismiss the concerns
of the accused,
and even the NPP. I will not do that.
Right.
I respect that view. I have listened to their arguments. I will not dismiss those arguments. I have listened to that of the Deputy Attorney General's arguments. I will not dismiss those arguments, except to say that exercising the caution should be in a way that gives the accused persons the confidence that indeed justice will be done without any form of interference. And that is the difference between the NDC and the MPP. It's about principle and fidelity to the rules of natural justice and fairness of trial. We complained when they were in opposition. Many instances they failed to listen. This is a government that promised a reset. And in conduct and communication, we must manifest those principles.
Right.
They are still citizens of Ghana. The accused persons are still citizens of Ghana. If this is what they are demanding, I don't think that it should be difficult for us to give.
Very well. Eric, what would seem fair to in the prosecution of these cases?
So he was going all good, and then all of a sudden he decided to throw in some salvos. But that's fine. I'll ignore that because the principle is not there. The reset is skewed towards a particular agenda. That's the reset. I mean, and if you're talking about principles, then maybe there will be a digression. I don't want to go there. Honestly speaking, I think I agree with the fact that if really, well, indeed, we're talking about principles, and the convention has been there over the period, and some concerns have been raised. The Deputy AG has made his point. The CJ himself has made some directives. And there are 2 parties. Now there's even a 3rd part, that's the GBA, who sits in the middle and all of that. I believe that it doesn't spoil anything to go back and look at the issues and then listen to the arguments. And if something can be done about it, so be it. I mean, if the state, and by extension the CJ or the judiciary decides that, I mean, doesn't matter what these arguments are, they still want to go ahead and do that. I mean, I think that posterity could be the judge of these processes and all of that. I'm more than happy to sit back and observe how this pans out. But you see, the thing is that we are building a nation. And so these things might crop up one day in the future. And then Suhinu will be sitting on the other side, and I'll be sitting here, and we'll make the same arguments.
Yeah.
And that's why sometimes even the electorate, the Ghanaian population, do not think that politicians are sincere or we are, anchored in some principle, because in opposition, the conversations are totally different. In government, now we forget about some of these things. And then people who are advocates for probity and accountability and seeking for justice and all of that, all of a sudden come back with some extremely convenient excuses and arguments and all of that. And I like this conversation. I mean, he's my friend, and I like the style, because at the end of the day, if you're not careful, the electorate will lose confidence in the political class.
Yeah.
Right. It's like, oh, these guys are not consistent, and they say one thing. And there's so many, that are plethora of examples. And I'm sure on this subject that we are going to to go on. Yes, they're trying to do a so-called reset and all of that. But the reality is that it's skewed towards a certain angle. Even this principle, you have an Attorney General that comes into office and within a year and a half says that every single person that is aligned to the NDC, I'm going to file a no case, a nollie prosequi. However, even if a bird flies over something that is clothed in the MPP colors, I'm going to now do this so-called oral and reset, right, and bring them to book in terms of accountability. On the MPP side, we would be up in arms, we'd be upset, we'd be angry. On the NDC side, they'll be excited. Now, but the neutral, the impartial, middle, people in the middle ground will be sitting there and looking at that. Is it the case that everybody in MPP is guilty and everybody in NDC? And so sometimes, even when we are doing some of these things, we need to be cognizant and aware that there's a certain, it is not an MPP-NDC conversation. There are people in the middle, and there's a vast majority of people in the middle who are discerning, who are looking at these things and like, oh, so when MPP is in power, if anybody is aligned to them, will be allowed to go scot-free. When the NDC is in power, they'll do the same. So what happens to, like the engineer was saying, that the ordinary folks, because in all of these things, when NDC is in government and MPP is in government, the ordinary folk who steal the goats and the bananas and this thing are taken through the processes and they are prosecuted and convicted. However, when it comes to the political class, immediately those principles vanish. Do you understand? And so these are conversations.
To cut you short, under a minute, when I made references to the fact that this is a reset agenda, it was not rooted in any mischief. Look, I could have been very partisan and make the claim that if you remember the Atuforsen trial, the same warrant was issued by CJ Tokono for the trials to continue during the legal vacation. Atuforsen went through that trial during that legal vacation. So I could easily sit in this chair. And at that time, I found it a bit problematic as a member of the NDC. So I could have sat in this chair and concluded that because you did it to Atuforsen. Yes, because you did it to Atuforsen, you should not be complaining when it is being done to you. But the difference is the reset agenda I referenced. Had it not because of the reset that we promised, that would have been the angle I would have taken on this matter.
That's fine.
I would have said that to hell with the NPP.
That's fine.
If you want, you can go and bend the seat.
That's fine.
But the standards are different. This is a government that promised a reset. This is a government that promised to listen to all shades of opinion. And this is a government that is committed to doing things in the interest of the Republic of Ghana.
Eric,
and not paying
the I think that we are saying the same thing. Maybe you got a bit agitated because
no.
But I mean, I'm more than happy for the process too. I'll be interested to actually find out what the outcome of that gentleman's prayer to the Supreme Court would be. But even before that, I mean, maybe the judiciary itself, with the support of other stakeholders, would look at, and again, you can't do that without a GBA, who is a big body and all of that, to see if there are practical ways of ensuring that the entire system doesn't come to a halt and I think we'll be good for it.
Bro, I've heard the likes of people say that the GBA can engage the Association of Magistrates and Judges on this matter.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah. Let me take a few quick messages. Good morning, Anna. Sometimes I don't like the way you guys handle issues on programs. You mix experts and views of us Ghanaians with the views of politicians. On this legal vacation thing, the views presented by your first guests were very solid and superb. Now politicians will put in their own views and confuse everyone. This is John Tay from Kwandu. I can understand where you are coming from, but you should also appreciate the, if you like, the politics.
How is an engineer an expert in legal matters?
But it is well. It is well, John Tay. Well noted.
They don't like us very much.
They don't. They don't.
Lawyers must know that conversations are not and will never override the Constitution. Lawyers must be humble and approach judges with respect and plea. Arrogance doesn't make one a good lawyer. This is Kwame from Cape Coast. That was then Chief Justice Gertrude Tokonu. Okay, this is in reference to the Atoforsen one. Yeah. Giving a warrant to Justice Efiasewa specifically to continue hearing the Atoforsen ambulance case in the vacation. If anyone tells you trials can never be done in vacations, call him a liar and sack him. This is for you from Bantama. Good morning, Anna. What is so special about the Dubois case? Why wouldn't the CJ not continue with the several murder, manslaughter, armed robbery, and rape cases in the system? Ahmed from Nima sends that one in. This one says the CJ is seriously engaging in selective justice. We have so many murder and high-profile robbery cases. Why not the courts continue with those ones also? Swala from La Paz. This is not the first time judges have been asked to sit during legal vacations. This is Francis Frimpong from Bawi. This has already been applied in the past. Former Chief Justice Tokonu asked 12 high courts to proceed even though they were on legal vacation. Mamaga from Oyarifa sent that one in. Hi, Nana. Good morning. It's interesting to hear Suyuni talk about antics this morning. He reminds me of the antics being played by the government in the Sedinam Tamaklo case. First, she was acquitted and discharged on the last day before the legal vacation. Then AG filed for stay of execution. Then we were told she's still in prison despite the acquittal. Then her people on one hand within the same government started complaining about she being held even after her acquittal. Then today the Court of Appeal is going to decide whether the stay of execution should hold or she should be allowed to walk. Come on, we know this script. This is a very good example of antics. Okay, that's from Eben. There's another Eben from Kwabenya, and he says, Lady President Gati of the GBA, your petition to CJ Bafuboni is neither here nor there. This is not the first time courts in Ghana sit during legal vacations, so come again, because no one is above the law in the country. Allow the courts to work and reduce backlogs of cases, and that's it. And he says, period. All right. Let's move on to the matter of the gold board. I'll start with you, engineer. Are we just playing politics? Are we just being an opposition? Or indeed, there's a matter to interrogate when it comes to the operations of the gold board?
So I quickly checked what was the gold board set up to address? Basically, what is it supposed to address? And I found that one is supposed to address the issue of gold smuggling out of the country, consolidate gold purchasing channels, and then help reduce foreign exchange leakage, and then ensure that the assaying of gold is uniform, establish a uniformity for gold assaying. So if that is going to come at a cost of $1.7 billion, that is what is being said by the IMF, that the gold board, the losses that have been incurred. The question is this justifiable? Those are the questions we then need to look at. Because sometimes you can then look at the $1.7 billion and say that is an investment. Let's put it that way. Maybe the loss we can say is an investment. But it becomes worrying when we don't ask the pertinent questions about the operations. Because gold board, as set up by the law last year, actually comes into operation this July. This very July. That's when it actually starts operation. So what was being done up to now is actually from the previous government.
Although it was set up last year.
Yes. So if you listen to the response of the chief executive himself, he says, meanwhile he says gold board is doing well.
Yeah.
Then suddenly when the losses get, he says, but everything starts officially in July 2026.
That's what the law says.
Yes. So that
I'd have to.
Yes. So those are some of the things. The law that created the Gold Board. So they are fully operational in July. That's what he himself says. The chief executive says.
No. I'll explain it.
Fair.
You got it right. Wrong.
So those are the things we need to do. So they were operating at the DD whatever that established
domestic gold purchase program.
Domestic gold purchase program. Now, if you look at the World Bank report, that talks about the $1.7 billion loss.
Is it IMF?
IMF report. On page 5 and 6, it says that mining revenue reporting is incomplete. Generally, as an observation, mining revenue is not timely in Ghana. Mining revenue information is fragmented. It also says that mining physical regime is considerably less transparent as compared to oil and gas fiscal reporting. They also say that although Ghana has adequate room or procedure for open and competitive awarding of mining rights, they are rarely used.
Yeah.
So although we have an open and transparent system for rewarding mining rights, they are rarely used. So which means that governments over the years have stuck to opaque systems of rewarding gold leases, gold mining leases over the years. Now, data again between 2019 and 2024 showed that this country had a discrepancy of about 229 tons of gold that we could not account for. And if you remember the issue that happened with the Emirates thing, where Emirates said that, look, between 2019 and 2024.
Under the MPP.
And this result...
Don't drag engineering to the politics.
No, I'm just explaining.
I was asking him and he was looking at my face.
So again, and this showed that we had lost, we couldn't account for 229 tons of gold, which had a revenue value of about $11.4 billion US dollars. So the questions that we need to ask about the whole gold system is that gold, we have had gold and been processing gold for over 100 years, mining gold for over 100 years. Yet the oil and gas system that came into being only recently has a more transparent system than the gold system.
Yeah.
So do we need to look at that gold system? Yes, we need to look at it. Will the Gold Board address those challenges adequately? If it will, fine. Then we can consider maybe the 1.7 billion as an investment or a loss that is justified. But under that, if we cannot, let us also be open to the questions that are being asked of the system and not seek to cover it and say, oh, the Gold Board is doing well and all that. No. Clearly, the IMF, to which we go for money, is saying these are the books. You submitted this information to us. And this is the analysis, the deduction that we have made from there.
Yeah.
Because the IMF is not sitting here with us. You give them information, they analyze it, and they come out. So when you then turn around and say, no, it is not true, it sounds a bit fishy. Because again, the current opposition is saying, look, the figures you are giving us here in Ghana are different from what you have given to the IMF. Is that true? If it is true, then why is the Gold Board or why is our government behaving in that manner? Those are legitimate questions that need to be answered. Because other than that, then we are crowding everything under systems that are not transparent and therefore seeks to impugn some other intentions to what is happening than what we are being told. And that for me becomes worrying.
Very well, very well. We'll go around on this matter, but I need to take a quick break. So please stay with us. Send in your comments and your contributions. We'll read them after this break. We'll be right back.
Verna is clean, fresh and safe. I'm holding my Verna bottle. No plastic seal, no worries. Open and hear the sound like click. That sound means it's fresh, no trick. No plastic seal, but it's still pure. Cool and clean, you can be sure. Verna leads the brighter way. What takes my doubt away? If it clicks, it's Verna. If it clicks, it's clean. Sip it, feel the difference. Verna water, pure and green. Click, open, sip. Click, open, sip. burner, no stress, just sip. Chalet burner, no stress, just sip.
This advert is FDA approved.
Are you planning to relocate from your company office or house, whether across cities to another town or halfway around the country? You want a moving company you can depend on to get you there? Let me introduce you to Logistics Movers. We are here to help you every step of the way, from planning the move to unpacking the last box and settling into your office or home. We have the expertise, experience, and market understanding and offer fast, reliable, and professional transportation services in Ghana. Our main thrust is to successfully move your business, household items safely, on time, and hassle-free. You can call us on 0246 833 539 or 0244 342 465. You can also send us an email to info@logisticsmovers.com or check our website www.logisticsmovers.com. Why expose your company or household items to theft or damages when you are relocating if it's avoidable? Logistics Movers, we help you relocate.
Kicking your year off in all her glory. With more, because we got you. You get it? You know that. We got kicks. We got scrolls. We got action. We got roars. It's my specialty. We got drama. We got fun. We got more for everyone. With an upgrade on us, just for you. More channels, more shows, more reasons to stay.
We got you.
DSTV, we got you all the way.
This July, get ready for stories that will make your heart race. From love and passion to secrets and lies that can ruin everything. Catch the sizzling episodes of Sins and Roses at 4 p.m., Domenica Monteiro at 5 p.m., Be My Sunshine at 6 p.m., and Avenida Brazil at 7 p.m. Central African Time. Only on Novelas Plus, Channel 133 on DSTV.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with us. You're watching the news review segment on Breakfast Daily, live on Channel 1 Television. Before the break, Engineer gave a submission on the matter of Gold Board, the calls for accountability, and if like the response from the CEO, who thinks some people are just better, and I'll worry him. Let me find out from Hamza. Are there questions to answer, or should we say that Gold Board is making profits for the country, so that should be enough?
No, you see, as far as this government is concerned, any question from the Ghanaian people are questions that we are in a position to respond to. And so, as part of our democratic journey and our appreciation of the principles of democracy, we would never discourage any Ghanaian from asking questions, whether legitimate or not. The most important thing is our readiness to provide answers to those questions that are raised. Whether informed questions or uninformed, the responsibility is on us to provide answers to same. And that is the reason why that the Chief Executive Officer of the Gold Board has been quite consistent and available, especially when it comes to many of these questions. You've seen him move from radio station to radio station, TV station to TV station, trying to engage the Ghanaian people and disabuse the minds of the Ghanaian people from sometimes unhealthy propaganda that are churned out by the opposition, largely intended to more or less dwindle down the gains that the Gold Board has made in the last year or so. So you need to understand that the Chief Executive Officer, Sammy Gyamfi, is not one known to be running away from the media. He's always open and ready at all times to engage those with the questions that they have. And I can assure you that even outside the scope of the media, there are people who walk up to his office to ask questions. He has time for, he engages them, and is able to provide answers to those questions. So he's not a man known to be avoiding questions or running away. You know him very well. And I'm sure those of us who sit on this platform, we followed his politics.
On Sunday, he was on X.
Absolutely. Yeah. And we know that this is not a gentleman who will run away from questions. So let us get that point straight. But you see, for me, this debate is one rooted in confusion. Whether the confusion is deliberate on the part of neutrals, like my brother, or not, I can't say. But when it comes to that of the NPP, I can say with certainty that the confusion is deliberately generated. And I'll explain why. I'll listen to my brother. He's talking about lack of secrecy, the report, lack of secrecy in gold mining licenses and blah, blah. Gold Board is not one in law. It's not the one that issues licenses. But you see, when we are running commentary on Gold Board, on gold and mining, there seems to be certain convenience for us to move all the discussion from the other legitimate state institutions and their core functions and put that on Gold Board. Because maybe the person who is the Chief Executive Officer of the Gold Board is an exciting character. Maybe that is the problem. So if you take the report, the IMF report, nowhere has it been stated that Gold Board has incurred losses. Like we had in the past, and the NPP, the Domestic Gold Purchase Program, where the same IMF flagged losses as a result of Bank of Ghana's engagement in that policy. Same with this particular one. They are saying that the Bank of Ghana lost in excess of about 1.7 billion as a result of his engagement with Gold Board. That is not the same as saying that Gold Board is running at a loss. Absolutely not. And if you remember when the Bank of Ghana issued its audited financial statements, it was emphatic that indeed what many are referring to as losses does not actually constitute loss according to the Bank of Ghana Act. And it is the cost of our economic recovery and its desire to accumulate reserves to support the Ghanaian city. And so for you to be able to appreciate the amounts that we are told to be losing as a result of that gold transaction, look at it in terms of its manifestation or reflection in our economic indices and how far we have been able to move the economy from a junk status to an economy that is now ready for eventual takeoff.
So we consider the 1.7 as an investment and not a loss.
Absolutely. That is the argument. Because they give you instances. If the exchange rate to the cedi was about 17 to $1, and as a result of the management, we bring it down to about 10 cedis for almost a year. What that means is that reserves that Bank of Ghana had in dollar equivalent terms would have lost on every dollar 7 Ghana cedi. Simply because of the better management of the cedi, not because Bank of Ghana has dipped his hands to steal the 7 Ghana cedi, or not because Gold Board, Sammy Gyamfi seated at the old Bank of Ghana head office, is the one who came and took 7 Ghana cedis per dollar away. No, it is because of the cost of prudent economic management. So the reserves you had, that was equivalent to 17 Ghana cedis to $1, is now 10 Ghana cedis to $1. So you have lost 7 cedis because of the better management of the city. So these are the issues. But because it is Sammy Gyamfi who is the chief executive of Gold Board, and the MPP appears to be so uncomfortable with his record in opposition to now, every discussion about mining and gold is limited to Gold Board. Any perceived loss that is not even on the books of Gold Board is being taken and presented as though it is an inefficiency from Gold Board.
The minority leader has debunked this, says it has nothing to do with the personality there, but the excesses of the institution.
It is one thing for him to deny. It is another for us to also look at the events and the conduct of the MPP and reach those conclusions. And I am telling you with all certainty that the reason why we are having this debate today is simply because we are taking issues from Bank of Ghana and we are transposing it on Gold Board and proceeding to say that Gold Board is ineffective and is running at a loss. Gold Board has not run a loss. Let anybody, I challenge any serious, researcher, to go onto their website, download their audited financial statements, and point to me where Gold Board has made a loss.
But if the Gold Board operates independent of the Bank of Ghana, would the Bank of Ghana have recorded this loss?
In which way?
Because this loss we have
no institution in Ghana
is the BOG's engagement in the activities of
Gold Board. No institution, and I've told that is the cost of economic recovery. No institution in Ghana operates independent of the Bank of Ghana. No institution. But give me an example of an institution that operates independent of the Bank of Ghana.
But now we're being told by the CEO that they are working to wean themselves off the Bank of Ghana.
No. You see, you are misinterpreting the interview the CEO granted. As part of the Gold Board Act, Gold Board is an independent state institution. It does businesses with other state institutions. Last year, the initial capital was supposed to be financed through the Ministry of Finance. It didn't come in time. It didn't stop Gold Board from doing their activities. So it went into an arrangement with Bank of Ghana. Bank of Ghana was buying the gold from Gold Board. Gold Board was making all the needed profit. It's just like you. If you decide to go and buy gold from Gold Board, and you come and buy and it is at a loss to you, it does not mean that it is at a loss to Gold Board, the person you are buying from. So if we are going to assess the impact of Gold Board, we won't say that because you, Nana, you are making losses from buying your gold from Gold Board. That also means that Gold Board is making losses or Gold Board is the reason for your losses. Absolutely not. Because of the flagging of the IMF, the central government came out with what we call the GANRAP program. Where now the financing or the purchases will not come directly from Bank of Ghana. The Ministry of Finance will provide the needed financing. It does not mean that if tomorrow Bank of Ghana still decides to go and buy gold for reserve accumulation, we may not have questions arising from whether or not it is profitable or not, depending on the world market prices of gold. Are you getting the point I'm making? So, but what we are seeking to do with the new GANRAP is simply to ensure that we insulate other state institutions when it comes to the financing, like Gold Board. That is the whole objective. But you see, when you run commentary as though, Gold Board is running at a loss, how can you sell gold and lose 1.7 billion Ghana dollars? That is not accurate. Because if you look at the audited financial accounts of Gold Board, you will not see a loss. Indeed, you will see a surplus in excess of about 5.5 billion on the books of Gold Board. So if you are after Sammy Gyamfi, let us know, separate the issues. Separate Sammy Gyamfi, Esquire, from the role of Chief Executive Officer, and let us know that you are playing a political football, and we'll meet you squarely. Stop confusing the issues. Until you're able to take the audited accounts of Gold Board and prove to me, Hamza Suwini is seated here, that Gold Board is running at a loss. All what we are doing is politics. And then those of you in the media should not allow that. And that's why I'm telling you that maybe it was inadvertent. You see, engineer in his submissions made references to issuing of licenses.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. And the impression out there is created as though all that relates
to mining in this country
activities of gold.
Let me just correct that.
Okay.
The question I started with is, what was the problem that Gold Board was supposed to solve?
Yes.
Then I referenced the IMF report to state that these are the challenges that the IMF has seen with gold issues in Ghana.
I got that very clearly.
So I'm not saying that is the problem with Gold Board.
Okay,
I'm saying what was the Gold Board set up to address?
I appreciate that. But you see, the problem, I'm saying that the impression that is created, I'm not saying that is your intention.
Very well.
Are you getting the point I'm making? I'm saying that the impression that's created to our viewers might be that these are all problems of Gold Board. But mind you, even if you look at the Gold Board Act, you would notice that all the problems he enumerated, not all of them fall under the ambit or legal mandate of
What
Gold
will be
Board.
your response to those who say that the losses will not sit on the books of Gold Board, but on the books of BOG, because the Gold Board is acted as a gold buying agent for the BOG?
The Gold Board acts as an agent not just for the BOG, but for any other institution that deals with the Gold Board. Buying gold directly from the Gold Board, whether it is an international buying company or it is the Bank of Ghana. And that is what I've told you, that if you come to do a business transaction with me, and I move away with profit, and you move away with a loss, have I transferred my loss to you?
But was the Gold Board receiving money from the Bank of Ghana to buy
It was
gold?
selling gold to Bank of Ghana, so definitely to receive money from the Bank of Ghana. Why? You think that they were giving the gold for the Bank of Ghana accumulation program to Bank of Ghana for free? Is that what you are suggesting? Bank of Gold Board was getting the gold, buying from the license, then they will just come give it to Bank of Ghana for free? Absolutely not. It was at a cost and at a certain fee.
So it receives money from the BOG at a certain rate, buys from the market at a different rate, and returns to BOG at BOG rate. And that's what the losses are.
I'm not getting you. No. Let me get you and I'll respond to your point.
I'm saying that. So Gold Board is going to buy gold for the BOG. BOG is giving Gold Board money at a certain FX rate, right? But when Gold Board goes onto the market, the FX rate it is getting on the market is higher than that of the BOG.
No, you see, that is not the problem of the Gold Board. And I think that even the governor of Bank of Ghana explained that to you.
So that's what we're saying, that the losses will then sit on the books of the BOG.
No, but where is it supposed to sit on? Bank of Ghana, is it not the Bank of Ghana that's buying it?
Right.
Bank of Ghana has its own official FX rates.
True.
But you know that the FX rates on the ground, the black market, is not the same.
Exactly.
So when Bank of Ghana goes to buy, it buys at the black market FX rates. But when it comes, it cannot record that same rate onto its books. So it will record lower. And that is the loss to Bank of Ghana.
Very well. Very well.
How is that difficult for anybody to comprehend?
Very well. Understood.
Exactly.
Let me hear from Eric on this Gold Board matter.
You see, so, some of these conversations, would elicit some kind of, if you like, rebuttal, right? First, there's some element of intellectual arrogance where a report has been produced by the IMF. It states clearly what the issues are, even to the point of misreporting as to what the Gold Board was purported to have reported as its operational costs and losses and everything, and then what actually was uncovered by the IMF or what's being reported by the IMF, and then what, of course, goes into our budget.
Yeah.
If you recall, the Minister of Finance was in Parliament recently, and there were issues about, the cost of this gold recovery program and its impact on our economy, and even the conversation around recapitalizing our central bank as a result of this particular program. And so what the minority has asked for is for a president who, prior to the 2024 general elections, promised an open, transparent accountability and all the words that you can find. And the minority is saying that because of these discrepancies in reporting, because of whatever it is that is being put out there, even taking into account the rebuttal and from the Gold Board, it will be imperative to constitute an independent sort of inquiry to ascertain the reasons and why we, as a country, made losses of close to $1.7 billion US. And if there's a case that we can put in mitigating circumstances, we could put in structures and measures to forestall that particular loss. That's all. I mean, I don't really, sometimes that is all that is a call. Now, of course, there's this whole conversation about an attempt to malign the poster child of the NDC and the government and everything. I don't really think that it's in anybody's interest to attack a particular individual because they are an appointee of the government. But you see, there's all this conversation about he who calls for equity should come with what?
Clean hands.
Clean hands. So if you have an individual or you have a government that rode on the back of all of these things and held the MPP's government feet to the fire in sometimes things that are not even as close as to a 1.7 billion discrepancy or a loss or whatever. And same questions are being asked today. Then all of a sudden, the proponents, the people who claim they were bastions of the same things that I've spoken about, are saying that it is uncalled for or that is unhealthy and that why are you asking us these questions and that it is politics as usual. Now, if you use that particular analogy, then it means that whatever it is that they were doing in times past was purely politics. You understand what I'm saying? So then you can move into the whole economic argument that this program, which was started by the MPP to start with, in 2024, there was some losses of close to $400 million, right? Now it's extrapolated to $1.7 billion, right? So is it not the case?
$214 million.
Exactly, right. Do you understand? 14 thereabout, yeah, to $1.7 billion. So what is wrong with the Ghanaian people knowing exactly what has gone into that? And what would have been the trade-off? For example, what would $1.7 billion do to the Ghanaian economy? If we didn't make that loss? And so the argument is not even necessarily that, if it's the loss is sitting on the books of Gold Board or the BOG, because I think that Suhuyini is trying to make the point that if it's sitting on the books of BOG, it's fine. Right? And that if it was sitting on the books of the Gold Board, then you can talk about it. But that is because we are talking about the shareholder Ghana.
Who had made a loss.
It has nothing to do with Gold Board.
He should reference me appropriately in terms of what I am reported to have said.
No,
I was emphatic. I said that it is on the books of Bank of Ghana, not as a loss, but as the cost of economic recovery. And the Bank of Ghana governor explained that. Their audited financial statements for the year that was presented to Parliament explained that.
Let me.
So it's no loss.
Let me make
get that straight. If you are going to reference what I said.
No, but that's what I'm saying, that cost of economic recovery. You can use all sorts of definitions if you like. You understand what I'm saying? And I do not, even when we're in government, I don't talk about the central government. You understand what I'm saying? Because I think that they have the capacity to communicate and articulate whatever it is that they do on their own. But so my point is that in that same breath, we have been asked to recapitalize our central bank. Is that not the case?
Yeah.
Right. So, you made your point. I made my point. Do you know what I'm saying? And in economics, basic economics talks about a trade-off. Unless, of course, Suhuyini and people are saying that because we are in opposition or you are not in government, you are not allowed to talk about the economy anymore. Basic economics.
I'm just surprised with the angle you are going.
No, but let me make my point. Do you know what I'm saying? So basic economics talks
the
about
mess you left behind.
But
the runaway inflation, the exchange rate that had lost control.
Hamza, please hold on.
Who was supposed to absorb that loss? So if your central bank absorbs that loss, did you read the letter your own finance minister Ken Obrata released? If the central bank absorbs that loss, who is supposed to recapitalize the central bank to come back after absorbing such a loss? Is it not the executive?
Let him make his point.
What is this?
Are you done?
No. Are you
happy with yourself? Are you happy with yourself?
Stop this.
Right.
Stop this.
I'll still make the point that in basic economics, there's something called trade-off. Right? And you can disagree. You understand? You're talking about economic recovery, recapitalizing, whatever. These are basic, beautiful things in theory. Right? But I'm saying that there's nothing wrong, right, to do an audit. And that's the whole purpose of an audit. Right? An audit is not necessarily meant to be punitive. Do you understand? So you do the audit, you find the mitigating circumstances, you put in measures to forestall that.
Right.
So if maybe next year we come here and said, oh, last year in 2026, the losses was up to 1.7 billion. We put in A, B, C, D, it has dropped to 300 million or whatever.
Yeah.
Next year, we will do another. That is how you run a country.
Yeah.
It is not everything that is partisan. There's the mere fact that Sammy Gyamfi is the CEO of the Gold Board. Does it mean that if there are criticisms or answers to be asked by bench, we shouldn't ask? No, I don't think that. Even Sammy himself, right? The Sammy that I know, who has been a proponent of these things, right? Would have an issue with that. So, and he has basically even thrown the gauntlet to everybody and say that if you want to ask me questions, ask me questions, even to the point of saying that he wants to be called to Parliament to answer questions and all of that. So be it. There's nothing wrong with that. But there's nothing wrong with asking those questions because of the final analysis. The Ghanaian people are meant to go and find the 5 billion to recapitalize our central bank. Is that not what it is?
It is.
Right. And so when we have some of these conversations, you can now go back. You can go back.
Not the board.
Right. No, I don't have a problem with that. You understand?
Right.
My difficulty with you people is that like questions that are supposed to go to the Bank of Ghana, you are directing
have I asked questions to Gold Board?
No.
I've said that. The minorities call. Listen to me. You listen to somebody else and you're coming to talk to me.
The shareholder here is Ghana.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to listen to somebody and you're coming to listen to me. Right? And I'm telling you what I'm saying here.
Yeah.
I'm saying that the minorities call, it is not to the Gold Board. The minorities call is to the President of the Republic. And say that, yes, we have seen this. There has been some misreporting, some discrepancies.
Is that your call or the minorities call?
That is the minorities call. Right? And that is what the chairperson of Public Accounts Committee said. The president should set up a committee to look into that. Do you understand? Then we can have the economic conversation because at the end of the day, you can go back as far as, oh, the NPP did this and that and that and that. But we all know in this country that how many times have NPP been in government?
Very well.
To start with.
Very well.
Do you understand? So we can do a historical analysis of how this country has been run economically. We can do that. Right? But that's even there's even an attempt to even gag my senior friend here and say that oh he's confused. You know, because you can't have a conversation with persons hold a view, I hold a view, and he has a view, and you're saying that it's a confused listen. What makes you think that you are not the one who is confused or whose views are clothed in partisanship? Because you didn't.
Your job as an MPP communicator is to demonstrate to me how confused my position is.
You did not demonstrate the confusion. And that is not fair.
You see, your number one problem is Sammy Gyamfi.
No, but
until the NPP learns to take away Sammy Gyamfi,
Hamza, do you understand
the operations of Gold
questions
Board
are not genuine questions?
Which questions?
Which questions? About looking into the operations of Gold Board.
I have told you from the onset that any question that comes related to governance, whether ill-informed or sound, are questions you cannot
So
dismiss.
let's not make it about.
But I'm saying but they
are the ones making.
And I'm telling you that they should know.
But even when I started, did I mention Sammy Jeffries?
We have to leave it here, unfortunately. There's a question that says, "Good morning, moderator. Please, can the panel members tell us whether the BOG has a source of income or is a revenue-generating agency?" The answer is simply no. So whatever the BOG does will be expenditure, and expenditure. Period. This is Joe from Hacho. Joe, thank you so much for your message. Thank you to everyone that sent in their messages. Thank you, gentlemen. It's been an insightful conversation. I am Nanatufo Boate. Many thanks for your time on the news review segment. But please don't go away. The show continues after this.
My line of work, a confident smile is everything. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste keeps me on top of my game and ensures my smile is always radiant and bright.
With the tiring nature of my job, we spend several hours under the scorching sun. To keep our teeth white and our breath fresh all the time, we use none other than Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. You're on a kiss and in a kit one.
Mayo Kenjini, who be here, some just a property to a mammy mouth for Kel Charcoal's natural ingredients, and no, and a bomb is so fine, and man is swing, and a stars of Mamma Hotel so a will big you.
Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Choose Kel Charcoal Toothpaste for anti-cavity, whiter teeth, and fresher breath all day. Available in 80 gram and 150 gram. Grab yours today.
Kel, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
This is the old way. Let me show you a new and a better way. EduPack.
EduPack?
Yes, EduPack. A GS-approved and supported initiative for all first-year students going to SHS. By Prospectus Ghana Limited. Now you don't need to go to the market. All your trunks, mattresses, pillows, including plastic chalkboards, are all waiting for your child at the school. Note, all our wooden chalkboards are being changed to plastic ones to avoid bedbugs.
You can also register by dialing *713*821# following the prompts, or you can visit www.edupackgh.com and tap register. You can also register at any ADB branch near you at a very affordable price. EduPack, approved and supported by GES.
Hello, my name is Pamela from Customer Service. Please revalidate your account by texting your Ghana card number to 0500,000 247.
Hey, Abili, wabadim.
Madam, give me the numbers behind your ATM card. I'm calling from the head office.
An email was delivered across to our customers this morning.
Confirm if this is your bank account. 100,100,100.
Thanks for sending your bank card details.
Send the OTP now to avoid cancellation.
EcoBank will never call, email, send an SMS asking for your PIN, OTP, bank card, or Ghana card details.
Don't get played. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Hello, please, I'm calling from Customer Experience Center.
This July, get ready for stories that will make your heart race. From love and passion to secrets and lies that can ruin everything. Catch the sizzling episodes of Sins and Roses at 4 p.m., Domenica Monteiro at 5 p.m., Be My Sunshine at 6 p.m., and Avenida Brazil at 7 p.m. Central African Time. Only on Novelas Plus, channel 134 on GoTV.
Create family bonds that helps other families that are struggling, unfortunately. Look up to families like the Blanton and learn from you. I mean, isn't that exciting? Fantastic. So, and I need you to answer the questions. Remember, I need your answers as organic and honest as possible. Kobe.
I'm going to keep it to tap like that.
Both bars.
One time, a thief broke into the house, and then Daddy was wearing mommy's nightgown.
Nightgown?
You remember, right? We thought it was a thief in the house, and then all of a sudden, Kobe and I were here in the hall, so scared, and then we saw mom and dad coming out. Like they just came out like that, and Daddy was in mommy's nightgown, like so funny. And the funny thing is, it wasn't even a thief.
What was it?
It was a shed that was blowing in the
outside.
The Blankstons airs every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. and is sponsored by Out Insecticide, Nasco Electronics, Lizzie Shitov, Everpack, and Lily Rice on Channel 1 TV.
The vibe is too much.
Looking for everything made in Ghana? All in one place? Then get ready. The This is Ghana Exhibition 2026 is here. A bold celebration of Ghanaian creativity, innovation, and excellence. From rich traditional crafts to modern cutting-edge solutions, experience the very best of Ghanaian products and services. Explore excellence across key sectors, including automobile, agriculture, education, health, hospitality, fashion, technology, food and beverages, creative arts, beauty, retail, and more. This is the biggest Made in Ghana fair, bringing together SMEs, startups, manufacturers, local creatives, indigenous corporate bodies, entrepreneurs, and innovative businesses all under one roof. Discover brands redefining quality. Connect with industry leaders and innovators. Experience the energy of Ghanaian enterprise and creativity. The date is 29th and 30th of August 2026. The time is 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. Venue, the A4 Sutherland's Children's Park. Call 0205-973-973 or 0558-973-973 to register. Come explore, come connect, come be inspired. Discover the brands redefining Made in Ghana and experience the future of Ghanaian excellence. The This is Ghana Exhibition 2026 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from City FM. And it's proudly sponsored by EcoBank and MTN. This is Ghana Exhibition 2026, celebrating Ghana, showcasing excellence.
It's a beautiful Wednesday morning and it's still Breakfast Daily right here on Channel 1 TV. As you all know, Nana Tufo-Boateng started the show with his panelists as they broke down some of the hottest topics when it comes to the political world. My name is Chris Carter.
And I am Wahab Abdulrazak. Thank you very much for tuning in. It's going to be exciting on the show. We have a lot of things, line up for you in the next 2 hours. So do not go anywhere. Stick and stay with us here on the show on Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 television. Chris?
Yeah, how are you?
Another day. Very
Yes.
cloudy out there.
Yes, very cloudy.
How did your morning start?
Oh, my morning was great, but I got to, I think, would I say advise someone on it or inspire someone? I was listening to
Council.
Yeah. Today I actually was listening to an Uber driver speak to me, and I was like, I was talking about the importance of rest. And the next thing that came out of his mouth is like, oh, he hasn't slept for 2 days.
Wow.
And he's an older man.
That's serious.
An old man.
2 days?
Yes. Way older than I am. And I'm like, why haven't you slept for 2 days? He was like, oh no, it's because of his girls. And I was like, what do you mean by girls? So I thought,
Come on, you don't mean this?
No, I really thought he was, going
Yeah.
to be a bit off. He said, no, his daughters. He has 4 daughters and 2 are in the uni. So he has to make ends meet for them. And this man is old. And I just had to tell him that in as much as, yes, we're living in a society that, promotes, success.
Yeah.
Sometimes success also means having good health. So what you're doing with yourself right now can actually break you down. And also, I feel like the society right now is fueling, a community or a group of people that are burnt out.
Yeah.
It seems like everybody is just a
Forcing,
walking
like we are
zombie
all-
these days.
yeah.
Yes, because I need to make money, I need to make ends meet, and then our health,
You don't take into consideration.
our health are actually deteriorating. So I just had to, advise him and talk to him, and he was like, "Thank you." So anyone out there that is pressured by the things of life, please take it easy. We know life is not easy as at now. Everybody's going through something. That's what you should always remember. Your own is not the worst. Take it easy on yourself. You are doing well. And please prioritize rest. Rest is very important because the number of people in the hospital that have broken down just because of these issues, you would not imagine. And sometimes they're even younger.
Yeah.
So please prioritize your health, prioritize your rest, and eat well, sleep well, and enjoy life. Live, just live. Yeah.
Kudos, well done. That was a good one. So
Yeah.
let's all head to this admonishment from Council Chris. All right. Anyway, let's check out the weather update for today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so this is from the Ghana Meteorological Agency. This is an 18-hour forecast for Ghana, valid from 6 a.m. this morning. And the summary goes like this. Places within Upper West and the Savannah regions will continue to be affected by the rainstorm, with thunderstorms and rain of varying intensities during the morning hours. Portions of the transition belt are expected to be affected by the rainstorm. However, mostly cloudy conditions will prevail over other areas in the country this morning, and mist and fog patches forming over places along the coast, forest, and mountainous areas in the early hours. Sunny intervals is expected to be experienced over most areas during the afternoon hours, with isolated thunderstorms or rain over the transition and northern sectors. And note that relatively cool night and early morning temperatures are expected across the country. The state of the sea today will be rough. And this is from the Ghana Meteorological Agency. And also remember, you can follow them on all social media platforms. Tell a friend to tell a friend that you're on TikTok, they're on X, they're on YouTube, and also they have a WhatsApp channel. So do well to follow them and stay updated. And to add to this, you can also download any weather app on your Play Store or your iOS store.
All right, let's get into our reminders. And Chris, you start with that. What do you have?
We actually have the literacy challenge. The literacy challenge has actually moved to the next step. After everything that we asked for, especially when it came to the essays, yesterday was the day we unveiled the top 100 people that are going to be sitting in for the aptitude test. But first of all, congratulations to each and every one of you that have made it. I'm sure the calls have started coming in. So level 2 is all about the aptitude test, and the top 100 contestants are going to be sitting at the British Council this Sunday to be writing the aptitude test at 12:30 p.m. So all you need to do today is just, stay over, put your ear glued to your phones. Yeah, you can actually be getting those calls. I'm sure the calls started yesterday. The calls and the text messages started yesterday. So I'm sure by today, everything will be done. So ladies and gentlemen, if you have any ward, if you have any student that the name that the name was mentioned yesterday or has been called, just know that the aptitude test is tomorrow. It's Sunday, 16th of August 2026, 16th of August 2026, which is a Sunday at the British Council here in Accra. And it starts at 12:30 p.m. So you actually have to be there before then, okay? You have to be there before 12:30 p.m. because it's going to be starting at 12:30 p.m. Remember that if you have any information, if you want to know any information, if you also want to call to make inquiries, call the number 0205 973 973. 0205 973 973. Remember that this is brought to you by City 97.3 FM and Channel 1 TV.
All right, we have amalgamated Ghana's innovation, culture, and entrepreneurial spirit at This is Ghana Exhibition 2026 edition, which is going to happen on the 29th and 30th of August 2026. At the Efua Sutherland Children's Park. You don't want to miss this opportunity as a business. You don't want to miss this opportunity as a company. Whatever you do, made in Ghana, that's part of our commitment to promote the Made in Ghana brand to the global audience. So on August 29 and 30 at the Efua Sutherland Children's Park, you would have that opportunity to display your products, your services to a huge, audience, to a huge patrons, customers, and aside that, you get the chance, you get the opportunity to connect with others as well. You connect with financial institutions, with
people in the fashion world,
everywhere, across
even
all
the
sectors.
Agriculture sector. That's one thing I like about
This is Ghana
exhibition, because you get to experience the business world, what actually Ghana has to offer when it comes to the product, services, and innovations that have sprung out from the country, that can benefit the citizens and also people outside the country. And one thing also I've learned is that even if you are not just, experiencing it, you are actually being inspired by it. So tomorrow you can say, oh, this person did this. I can actually do something. If you have a plan that you've been working on for so long, just seeing someone implementing it and coming out there to even show show how little it is, even with this, I've seen the growth of some companies. They started really small.
But now they've advanced.
Do you understand? Some of them started with packaging their products with regular polythene bags and plastic, but now they've upgraded to better packaging, and this is actually what This is Ghana has to offer for you, because you have these companies that also help entrepreneurs package well and also push their products forward. So you might be meeting your next partner, you might be meeting your next collaborator that will help move your business from one step to the other. So ladies and gentlemen, I really don't know what you'll be doing on that deal, but if you have anything to do, just clear it, because 29th and 30th
it's just here, it's just around the corner.
You definitely do not want to miss it. Even if you're going to miss the 29th, don't miss the 30th. If you miss the 30th, don't miss the 29th.
Absolutely. So call us on 0205 973 973, 0205 973 973, or 0558 973 973, and get registered so that you secure your spot on the 29th and 30th of August at the Efua Sutherland Children's Park. We'd like to say a big thank you to our sponsors, MTN and EcoBank. And this is brought to you by Channel One TV, supported by City 97.3 FM. For our patrons, you do not have to worry because it is free entry. Just load your wallet and come shop.
All right, so talking about shopping, the Auto Sale and Expo is right in the corner. It's going to be starting tomorrow at the Zondertech showroom, and this is brought to you by Zondertech in partnership with Channel One TV. Like I said, it's going to start tomorrow and on Friday. So 13th and 14th, you definitely do not want to miss any of this. Come and experience, an auto show that will not only, wow you or inspire you, but you also get to learn a lot when it comes to cars and how you can also finance in case you find something interesting that you would want to add to your fleet of cars, or maybe if you just want to get the whole fleet of cars for your company. Come and experience different kind of automobiles. You're going to be looking at pickups, there are heavy duty trucks, there are also normal saloon cars, there are also 4x4s, different cars that you are going to be seeing there. So you don't want to miss any of this. So if you're planning to, buy a car, if you're planning to change your wife's car, if you're planning to surprise your daughter, your child, any of your children with a car, if you're planning to change the fleets of your company's cars, this is the place you should be. Like the auto world is actually getting more innovative these days. So definitely you don't want to miss out on any of the new trends and informations that you have when it comes to automobiles. Come there and you will get to experience a lot when it comes to, Zondertech and their ranges of cars. And interestingly, we also have stakeholders that help you when you buy a car. So, when you buy a car, you have to somehow insure it. And also, before you even buy a car, sometimes you don't even have all the money. So you might be even looking for help when it comes to finances. So the banks are going to be there. Insurance companies are going to be there. And of course, there are going to be little workshops when it comes to knowing much about purchasing and also payments and also insuring and all that. So ladies and gentlemen, you don't want to miss it. Starts tomorrow at the Zondertech showroom at Jowulu. Please, tomorrow and Friday. So make, clear your schedule and be there. It starts at 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. So choose one of this time, like any time between 9 a.m. and it ends at 3. So do well to get there before it ends and enjoy yourself. Remember that this is brought to you by Zondertech Ghana in collaboration with Channel One TV. For any information, call the number 0205 973 973 or 0501 772 222.
Right, The Blank Saints is an original drama series produced by us. By us, I mean Channel One Television, to entertain you. It's all about, the happenings in our various Ghanaian homes. Very insightful. So do not miss it. It airs every Thursday, 7:30 p.m. here on Channel One Television. But if you miss it, don't worry, because we have repeat days for you. You can catch the repeat on Wednesday. And on Wednesday, you can get the repeat. We also have Saturdays. We repeat it on Sundays as well. Blank Saints is very insightful. Have you missed any episode yet? Because I can't.
Yeah, it's a very exciting show. Yeah, and it's actually very nice of us to repeat them during the week.
Yeah, and
also some parts of the weekend. So please, ladies and gentlemen, you definitely do not want to miss. I can relate to most of the stories that happen on the Blank Saints.
A lot.
Yeah,
every episode is relatable. Every episode.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, do well to tune in tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. and tell a friend to tell a friend. I want to say a very big thank you to our sponsors, NASCO, Lizzie Shito, Out Mosquito, Coil, Everpack, and Lele. And of course, the repeat days, Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Thank you so much.
All right, that's all for the reminders. We're going for a quick break. When we come back, we delve into the trends.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's still Breakfast Daily right here on Channel One TV. Now it's time for us to get into our trends. And the trends is everything that is buzzing and making everybody tweak and want to join into the conversations when it comes to social media. So the hot topics in social media are gathered from social media platforms like Facebook, X, Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, etc. If we're missing any platform, let us know so we join those platforms and get the hot topics and bring it right here on the show. So the big one here, oh Lord God. When will we learn?
Easy.
I'm just gonna take this one very easy.
Easy.
So I've been following this story for quite some time now, but it seems like it is getting bigger. Just like when you're baking bread, it keeps puffing up. You understand? So this story just keeps puffing up. So a Ghanaian pastor and his wife have been remanded on marriage scam charges. Nana Yao Bonsu Kwating, known as Man of God Online, appeared in court. Appeared in court on Tuesday alongside his wife Sally Akosua as Amwasa. After multiple foreign women accused them of defrauding victims through fake marriage vows and blackmail with intimate images, the couple faces charges of conspiracy, defrauding by false pretense, and non-consensual sharing of private photos, with allegations spanning years and involving at least 7 victims that met via social media. So bail was denied and the case resumes on August 27 as police urge other victims to come forward. The pair maintains their innocence amid ongoing proceedings. Like I said, I've been following this story, and a lot of women were silent about how he treated them. So one person on the comment section actually said that she actually posted about him and said, you know what, I'm going to deal with you. You think this is a joke, blah 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 blah, just joke with me and see. And now that was silent for a long time, and now the person that made for him to be caught came all the way from Nigeria.
Wow, not even in Ghana.
No, it's a Nigerian lady, and she has dedicated a whole page for him on social media, on YouTube, on Instagram. There's a whole page. She posts every day. All these cases that you see, even when he's in the police, she's making videos of it. She even made a video of when the police went to arrest him. They actually waited for him to get married. And then the next day they caught him.
This is a lesson to his likes.
And the funny thing is that, these scammers, people think it's funny to use marriage to trick women. But people also forget that a scorned woman is very dangerous.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Because this lady came all the way, and she shared her own videos. She shared her own videos of him telling her, making
all the
love promises, they're going to get married and I love you. And they were even having dinner and all that. And she was kicking and being happy in the background until she realized everything was a scam. He took her money. Yeah, he took her monies and, never came back. And he did it to women in Cameroon, in Nigeria, and I think 4 other countries that they mentioned.
International scammer.
Yeah. And one thing is that he calls himself a pastor. He goes online and then preaches. So anytime somebody calls him out, he changes his name on social media. Anytime someone calls him out, he changes his name on social media. And why is his wife part of this? Now, one will ask, why is the wife part of this? Yeah. So the wife is part of this because she doesn't use her face or anything. But she always goes out to bail him in the name of, that's my cousin.
She's very aware of what the husband is
so
doing.
That's my cousin. That's my brother. That's
You're aiding and abetting
exactly.
crime.
So that's the tactics that she's always using. She has always been, anytime he goes to the police, she has always billed him by, that's my cousin, that's my brother, that's my
So there are different records of the relationship between them.
Exactly. Because this is not the first time he's been called out, but this is the first time it's so serious because the person is like, no, you are going to pay for it and for all you've done to other women. But anyway, I think we have comments on this. Let's check out some of these comments and then we will get back to the next stories. Fine boy. where you the scam. This is from Pat Grump Pilot. At Klingo09, truth will always come to light eventually. And at Asifiri_OFC, once the people involved are plenty, forget it, bra and coming out. And it's true, there are a lot.
Yeah, a lot of them out there doing it.
Yeah. At Blessings Fapo, love scams become even more disturbing when marriage is allegedly used as a bait. I keep saying it. If proving the victims deserves justice and accountability. At Dragging Forever, Ejumawura. So it's so bad that when he finishes it, he goes to preach. He goes to preach on social media. He even pray for you. So let's pray on TikTok. He's always praying on TikTok.
And those people, the way they can do, if you don't take care, you would give all your life savings to them.
Yes, that's what he did. He actually swindled a lot of women in the name of I'll marry you, I'll marry you, I'll marry you. And then he always also has this tire business. He said he has a tire business. So he just comes,
your own business
my tire is on the
partners.
sea. Please, can you help me with some money? I can't access my money right now. Please help me. And it's always the tire. So the tire business is one of the things that
Emotional
he used to catch the
blackmail.
women. So
No, he must be
I just
dealt with.
think every person needs to be careful. It's not a crime to love. It's not a crime to give your heart to somebody. But at the end of the day, I just think you should also do your due diligence before you give out everything, especially women, because we easily fall prey to all this. I'll marry you, I'll marry you, I'll marry you. And then we'll go give everything. And then we'll cry later. And with all this, they're not going to get their monies back. But they might get
It's gone
justice,
just like
but
that.
they might not get their monies back.
And the emotional trauma that he's put those women in will not be eroded just like that.
Yeah.
Yes. That's serious. He must be dealt with.
Yeah.
Well, both of them actually. There must be proper investigations and yes, if found culpable, the law should just have its way. Right, let's move on. That's a good one, if I should say so. Yes, because it is an awakening in our health issues. So market women at Medina, they are calling for stricter regulation of importation of chemicals allegedly used by some traders to artificially ripen fruits and other agricultural produce, and that's a good cause. So this happened during a stakeholder engagement with the Medina Nkwanta Municipal Assembly and the market traders. So that's when one of the women market traders, she actually did a demonstration of how some of her colleagues use these chemicals to forcefully ripe the fruit that we all consume, the plantains, the bananas, and all that. That's very serious. Let's look at this video, and when we come back, we look at the comment and all that. All right, so this is the MC for the area, Medina Nkwanta. He, getting to know of the incident, said they are going to constitute a committee to investigate those allegations, and those who will be found culpable will be arrested and prosecuted. And I think that's a good one. With health officials have always been telling us we have to consume much more fruit so that we're able to make up for the vitamins and all the other nutrients. Because most of us live the sedentary lifestyle and all that, and we are just not safe, crazy, I must say.
Yeah, nothing is safe anymore because in as much as the environment is already degraded with some of the things that we actually cause, like the biggest one right now is the issue of the galamsey or illegal mining. Apart from some of these things that we cause, I feel like intentionally poisoning the food is something we should not do at all. It's something you should be definitely punished for.
Yeah.
Because we're already struggling. We're already struggling for clean water. We're already struggling for our soil, our earth
Even
to
the
be
air-
going
even
back
the air
to
is
its
polluted.
normal state with
Yeah.
everything that has happened. Do you understand? And the air that we breathe, of course, we're also breathing toxins. We're also breathing
It's serious. It's serious. It's very serious.
If you turn like this to buy fish, problem, because they are putting the fish in front of trash. You turn like this to buy fruits, problem, because they are using chemicals to ripe. Hey, what should we eat?
We are not baby anya. Baby anya.
And if you turn like this, they'll say too much carbohydrates.
So lately, when you buy some of this produce, especially the plantain, you buy, it looks very attractive, yellowish, and all that. Go put it down. Within a day or two, it start becoming watery. But before, this calcul that we take with the beans, they mostly use the overly ripe plantain. It will be there. You see the back brownish, some way with partly yellow and all. You open, and even with that, it's somehow soft, fine.
Yeah.
These ones, buy it fresh. It will look greenish. Maybe you just leave it there. Just, I don't know the haste. If you want to sell cocoa, if you want to sell ripe plantain, why don't you buy in bulk? Allow it to ripe naturally.
Well, that's what I do.
What is the haste with using chemicals? This chemical, you would dip, because I don't want to do the demonstration for others, those who don't know about it, to copy. I've actually done a story on this before. I went to the market, engaged the traders, and you'd be shocked by what the process they go through to do some of these things.
No, you see, I also think it's a bit of ignorance sometimes. I'm not making excuses for their ignorance, because I don't think they realize that this affects us. I don't think they realize that whatever that you put on the plantain will also sieve into the plantain.
The food,
because it's like our skin. Whatever we rub on our skin sieves into our skin. That's why we're always told not to be careful the kind of things we're putting on our skin. So it does the same thing with food. I don't think they realize that whatever you're putting on this plant or on this fruit or vegetable, it's going to sieve inside, and it's sieving inside. It means we are going to eat it.
If you argue, and interestingly, they don't consume the ones they do.
Oh,
but
wow,
you come
they
out
don't?
there, most of them, they don't. But you come out there, when you're in the market, you buy the same
no.
food.
If they don't, then they have to, if they don't, then they
Most
have to.
of them do not.
No, then they have to go
They'll
to
eat
prison.
the real one.
No. If
the
they don't,
uncontaminated
if
ones.
they don't, then that means they actually know what they're doing.
They are very deliberate and intentional about it. They know. So I think maybe some more education have to go into that. The FDA, the Food and Drugs Authority, we should. What we are doing is part of it. We are bringing the issues to bear, educating them about the health implication. This is a public health threat that we must all treat with some amount of urgency. So the FDA, the EPA, the assemblies, the Environmental Health Directorate in the assembly, let's all come together to yes, like I said, maybe some of them do not know about the health implication of some of these chemicals. Let's educate them. Right, let's check out some comments on what people have been saying on this. This one says, reason why so many kidney diseases. Yeah, big fear with that one. Nana Oware, well spoken, enforce harsh punishment on dangerous chemicals users. Asna Abrante, my moms are trending. Kudos to you guys. We have Efia Sandra 24. She said, may God bless this woman. The one that amazed me is the pear.
Oh my God, pear too.
Your favorite fruit?
Oh my God.
You buy unripe, and the pear will not ripe, yet it will rot. Even in the fridge pear. That's true. You buy it unripe, and you put it down, it will go bad. The denaki, God bless you, mommy. Red tomatoes with green seeds.
Oh my God.
That's the most common one. That's the most common one to see.
Now you guys are scaring me. Now I'm scared.
Maybe we all have to do house
Lord.
garden. You see,
I'm also beginning to feel like, because last time I asked myself a question, so I'm also beginning to feel like, before, think about this, when we were younger, fruits were seasonal. There was a time for avocado.
It will come.
There was
abundance.
a time for mango.
Yeah.
there was a time for this, there was a time for that. But some fruits, obviously, you know that you still get them every time, like oranges and bananas and all that. But now it seems like the avocado and the mango, they've been here for too long. So now I'm beginning to feel like, what is happening? Like, what is happening?
They don't allow the fruits to mature. The reason because if it's not matured, it becomes difficult for it to ripe. And when it's ripe, you can't take it. It becomes watery and all that. So
because
they will force it to ripe.
I've also realized with the avocado now is making a bit some sense to me, because like when you buy avocado pear, or if you are a professional avocado pear eater like me, you would know. Yeah, I love avocado, and I grew up around avocado. You know, it is creamy or buttery.
They call it here paenku.
You see,
it
is buttery and tasty, but some these days taste very watery.
Yeah, the watery ones are.
I'm scared.
There. We have some which are very watery. The more creamier ones, if you shake it, you hear the seed.
Roll.
That is a typical paenku, they call it.
You see, you are a professional avocado eater like me.
Oh yes,
that's good.
What do you enjoy it with?
Bread. With bread.
Make
a nice sandwich or make a salad with it. With shrimps on there. Oh my God. Now I'm hungry. All right. But another exciting one for all C-Roll fans and also for everyone that have been, cheering on for, his partner, Georgina Rodriguez. Guess what? They got married yesterday and he posted it. Well, I don't know what happened yesterday because these days people just post anything on social media. You don't know when it happens.
Yeah.
But the football superstar Cristiano Ronaldo has married his longtime partner, who's a model and influencer, Georgina Rodriguez, in a civil ceremony in Portugal. So the Portuguese striker posted an image on his Instagram account showing two hands, presumed to be his, on top of his wife's, both wearing wedding rings, calling it the wedding of the year. Portuguese media say the couple tied a knot on 11th August in the coastal town of Cascais, that is near Lisbon, and that their 5 children attended. The couple have been together for 10 years after they met at the Gucci shop in Madrid where Rodriguez was working. He was playing at the Spanish club Real Madrid at that time. Congratulations to them.
Congrats. The goat. Your goat.
Nah.
Hey.
He's not my goat.
That's a good one.
He's not my goat, but congratulations to him.
To them.
Yeah. But one thing I really admire about him is his work ethic. Yeah. His training and how he's always tried to keep himself.
Yeah.
He knows his body is his tool of work. So that's one thing I really admire about him.
And he's kept it in shape for
a very long time. And I'm not just talking about his football leg or whatever. I'm also talking about his face. He's someone that also takes care of his face. He actually works on his face.
He's very intentional.
A little bit of plastic surgery here and there. Not so much, but maybe injections. You can see that.
Enhancements.
Exactly. So this is someone who knows that I am the business. My body is the business. And that's one thing I really admire about him.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Congratulations to them.
Yeah.
Let's check out some comment on that.
First son, Cristiano Jr., going to see his father and mother getting married together. And this is from Himachi_sing_va. White.Amos. I just knew he was cooking low-key. Way to go. Goat with a white heart. Man_like_me. Finally, love the goat has tied the knot. Love, pum, 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 pum. Fashion Nova. Oh, even Fashion Nova congratulated him because his wife is also like influencer.
It's all for them,
yeah. So congratulations to the beautiful couple. Ahmed_Shemu Agbara01. Congratulations to my idol. God bless your marriage. Young Wiz_Kosi. Congratulations to you, the greatest of our generation. Sweet. Michaela_Hope 1965, sorry. Heart, wishing you a beautiful married life. Forever_style 94. Love you too so much. With the eye, with the heart. Biggest congratulations. Pum, pum, pum. Yeah. Congratulations to Ronaldo. Now everyone that calls him their goats, right? This is like it's time for you people to also do what your goat has done. Stop leading your girlfriends on for too long. It's time to marry them too.
Easy.
Marry them, marry them, marry them.
Yeah, the goats are shown the way. So
so the goat has shown the way, exactly. So all the goats, the idols, my this, my that, my savior, my this.
They're our wives.
He has gotten married finally to his wife. I mean, they've been together for 10 years, and 10 years, he made her a lot of the rings for 10 years. But then, congratulations to her. Congratulations to them. And if you follow his steps, I think you too should marry your girlfriend. Marry that woman. Marry that woman. Don't lead her on like that scammer guy that we read about. So.
Maybe they are learning from the goats. I'm 10 years old.
Yeah. No, 10 years. Okay, well, it depends on age.
But you use the goats as an example.
Yeah. African women don't really have that patience. No, apart
yeah,
from,
that's true.
No, apart from patience. It's not about patience.
It's not that easy.
It's not just about being easy. They have 5 kids together. So
they've known themselves
but
well.
After 5 kids, where
like
are you really going? Yeah. And of course, there's money. So you cannot be doing.
Yeah, all doing.
You
well
cannot be
in their
doing.
various
You
fields.
can't be doing 10 years with someone who you don't have a child with yet.
And that would be difficult.
Exactly.
Yeah.
To be Lord of the Rings for 10 years, the ring on your finger. If your friends say, "Oh, I'm engaged year 1, I'm engaged year 2, I'm
They
engaged
play.
year."
They play.
Everybody just gets married. Then tomorrow I go for dedication, baby shower. This person's wedding. You're still engaged. Well, anyway, do what works for you. That's what I would say. Do what works for you, because what works for you might not work for another person. But be very prudent and enjoy your life. Like I said, let's take our video of the day since we are done with the trends.
Baby, do you love me? Do you want me? Put your hands all on my body. Don't worry, go crazy, go crazy. Baby, do you love me? Do you want me? Put your hands all on my body. Don't worry, go crazy, go crazy. Baby, do you love me? Do you want me? Put your hands all on my body. Don't worry, go crazy, go crazy. Baby, do you love me? Do you want me? Put your hands all on my body. Don't worry, go crazy.
All right, and that was our video of the day, just to put smiles on your faces. And of course, you know how it feels like when you've gotten extra money for a particular job. You're going to bring your A game. The A game will come from the soles of your feet to the tip of your hair. And that's exactly what this man was doing right here. And anyway, shout out to all photographers, because they really go through a lot. Different angles, trying to get different angles, make it artistic, make it beautiful, catch every moment. But yeah, well done to him. I hope we all learn from this to put our A games in anything that we are doing in life, especially when it comes to our jobs. Now, this is just to put some smiles on your face. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the video of the day. It's time for us to get into our communities. But let's take a quick breather and we will get straight into our communities. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to get into our communities. Now, today we are going to be looking at, fish processing? Well, the processing of fish, particularly smoking and drying in unhygienic environments, continues to raise a lot of health concerns when it comes to the Ghanaian communities. I mean, when we're talking about the fruits earlier, I spoke a bit about that. So now the concerns affect not only consumers, but also the traders who handle and process the fish, with questions being raised about whether fish prepared under such conditions is truly safe for consumption. Now, we have Manuel Ayama, who is from the newsroom, who has been monitoring this issue and how fish is processed at Tema Abonko, one of Ghana's major fishing hubs, and examines the hygiene practices and potential health concerns surrounding this process. Let's check out this video and then we will get into a conversation about this issue.
As I enter Abonko, a major fish processing hub in Tema, the first thing that hits me is the thick smoke hanging in the atmosphere from the numerous fish smoking activities. Just a few meters away is a large open drain surrounded by heaps of waste. And right beside this unsightly scene is a delicacy that ends up on the plates of consumers across the country.
On my left hand is a heap of rubbish, and right beside it are fish processing activities ongoing, from smoking to drying, among other things.
Bola no dia gu ya chimum na so ye ni ye still ye gu so ye ni ye ba o say ye shit ye ni ye.
Fadole, who has been in the fish processing business for more than 25 years, operating under these conditions has become a way of life. Her reason for staying here is, however, not unique. Eunice, who has also spent years at the site, says the area is designated for the operations, despite the obvious sanitation concerns.
Baby, ya wonam ni okay man, because ya abopata ho ana more close. Baby, ya wonam ni nanti ya okay. Bola be but bola no we nti ya prevent nti na ya de nyama akoba ha sa na be ya no.
But the waste is only one part of the problem. For hours, these workers remain exposed to thick smoke from their processing activities. Fish processing is a major economic activity in Ghana, supporting more than 500,000 people, most of them women. The sector relies heavily on traditional methods such as smoking and drying for both local consumption and export. A large number of these workers are concentrated along Ghana's 4 coastal regions, with major processing and marketing hubs in Tema, Elmina, Cape Coast, and Sekondi Takoradi. Fish smoking alone accounts for about 70 to 80% of domestic fish catch utilization, with most processors relying on open fires or traditional kilns. For some of the fishmongers, the smoke is simply part of the trade. They argue that they need designated spaces to process their fish without exposing residents to the smoke. Health professionals, however, warn that prolonged exposure to smoke can have serious consequences, including an increased risk of cardiovascular and other respiratory-related conditions, particularly over time. And while many consumers may assume that heat from smoking or cooking makes the fish completely safe, experts say that assumption may not always hold.
When I get fish and I boil it, there is a temperature at which you are able to destroy certain germs. And if that fish got contaminated with salmonella, one of the possible ones you could get because of the fecal matter and dust, you can destroy it by heat. But you know, certain germs have certain pores that basic boiling temperatures are not able to destroy.
In another part of Tema New Town, particularly the coastal area, the sub-metro encountered similar sanitation challenges and responded by demolishing structures used for fish processing. The move was necessary to restore sanitation and also protect public health.
But we are going to do this place nice for them, so we have to arrange them nicely. The environment will be okay.
But does the problem end with the processing of fish in unsanitary areas? In some areas, traditionally processed fish are still laid out to dry directly on bare floors, exposing them to dust, dirt, and other contaminants before they eventually make their way to the market.
We should get them concrete slabs to work with. We should get them potable water, and we should have drainage systems wherever they find themselves. We can even go a long way of having laws in place where when you go contrary to whatever you're supposed to do, right, you should be punished for it. And we should get back our environmental health officers.
From the smoke-filled processing areas to fish drying on bare floors, the challenge goes beyond what meets the eye. For the thousands who depend on fish processing for their livelihoods, the task is now to find a balance between preserving these traditional practices and ensuring that what
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very interesting topic we're going to be getting into, because this is something that affects a lot of people, and that was an eyesore that we saw right there. Not just an eyesore. I'm looking at the women. I'm also thinking, how do they go through all this just to, for us to have smoked fish on our plates, for us to eat our banku, our kenke, our everything. But now, luckily for us, we have Manuel Ayama, who's a broadcast journalist right here at Channel One TV, and he brought this report. So let's have this conversation with him, and then maybe later on we can get to talk to other people, especially when it comes to what's next after what we have just seen. Hi, Manuel.
Hello, Chris.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
I was just wondering.
Yeah, how was it
looking at the
reporting
report.
that?
Well, so this report came on the back of the very topical one at the coastal area.
Mhm.
I don't know if you remember Black Bastard Boys.
Yes.
Disseminated something on social media with regard to this. So following that, I explored this area. I got hint of this area, which
Mhm.
was Abonko. And so I followed up, and trust me, it was an unsightly scene. So just like I said, immediately you enter, you are met with a thick smoke.
Mhm.
And not just that, there are heaps of rubbish at the boundary of a large drain.
Mhm.
And so these traders or mongers
Mhm.
are operating in this area.
Mhm.
And for them, they will tell you that in their immediate area, it's okay.
Yeah.
But obviously, behind them, you see this unsanitary conditions, and they're operating there. And they are exposed to the thick smoke as well.
Mhm.
And so, aside from consumers having the dire impact, they are also being affected because long-term respiratory diseases and
their
all
lungs
that.
and all that.
And so, yes, that is the report at Abonko, even worse than what we witnessed at the coastal area.
Right.
Wow. As a fish consumer, when you visited the area, what was running through your mind?
So I couldn't believe what I saw. I was told about it, but I didn't think it would be this dire. It was very dire. When I entered, first thing I was thinking is, so this ends up on the market?
Also,
People
this is
get
what we
to
eat.
buy them. This is what we eat. No.
So people that buy from, okay, now let us talk about how it moves from here to the market. Do people come to buy from them, or they take it to the market?
So this a processing site. They
Mhm.
process it here and then they take it to the market.
So
to
that means the
sell
people buying don't even know
where it's coming from.
Ooh.
And where
Wow.
this is not a place you would easily find. It's in, let me just say, it's in a corner of a community.
Yeah.
And so people would not easily get to know where the processing is happening.
Mhm.
And so it happens here, and then they take them to the market.
So were they apprehensive when they saw you on the cameras and all that?
Well, we have the way of going about some of these things as a journalist. And so basically, of course, I'll ask them about why they are processing fish in such an environment. But I also made them aware that, of course, this is not to make them look bad in the public's eye, because they're also affected.
Mhm.
They're exposed to smoke and all that. And
Mhm.
so whatever initiative that comes out of it is for the benefits to not just the consumer, but to them as well.
right.
So I assured them of that, and they were open to give me whatever.
Right. So
they
talking
wanted
about
to
how
say.
they are affected, do they know that the smoke actually can cause long-term problems to them? And have they, did they, mention any cases of, one of them suffering from, say, asthma, bronchitis, lung issues, and all that?
I couldn't stand it when I got there, but I think they are used to it, and so they could withstand the smoke. But in long term, they would feel the effects. But as to whether they've had issues and all that, they weren't open about it. But you could tell that in long term, something could happen to them because I couldn't stand it. And so just imagine you are used to something, someone who comes there first or the first day is not able to stand. You can imagine what they would be facing in long term.
Wow, from the visuals, they are engulfed by a heap of refuse. What is the state of the place? Is it a dam site? Is it a refuse dump? What really goes on there?
So there's not a landfill site. It is an illegal place people are dumping refuse at, and it has generated into something huge.
Like a mountain.
And that's a few meters from where they process this fish.
Yes, and this place is waterlogged area, flood prone area, and so the recent flood we experienced, the devastating one,
June 29
one, they experienced it, and so this place has been demarcated for the general demolition, and so the authorities say that they would be affected. So it would be like they are killing two stones with one bird. Exactly.
But have they ever, thought of, say, moving to a better environment? Have they ever thought of that? Like maybe they be moved to a space that works for them?
Especially now that the place has been earmarked for demolition.
So if we listen to one of the traders, what she said, she spoke about how the smoke wouldn't be convenient in the residential area. And so even if they would be given a place to operate, it has to be in an industrial area, sort of, so that residents will not have to bear the brunt of it. And so, yes, with the coastal area, authorities assured us that they would be given an appropriate place to operate. But for here, I can't tell. So I think probably the authorities can answer to that.
But when you engage them, did they tell you that this is the only way they can process the fish? Especially now that they can't do this in a more residential area because of the amount of smoke that the activity is going to produce. Say maybe an alternative means to still process the fish and not produce the kind of contamination, if I should say so, that's they come up with.
Traditionally, this is how women have been processing fish. And so it will be quite difficult to transition them into a modern way. Like we witnessed, the popularly known as Keta schoolboys was laid on the floor, exposed to dust and all that. And so I think it will take time, aside from probably authorities coming in to tell them to do it this way or that way. It's a mindset. Are they willing to change from the traditional way or still maintain the traditional way, but still process it in a hygienic manner?
Right. So talking about the way they process and what we just saw, is it done, say, by individuals or families?
So most of these mongers are not indigents. So there's Tema. So most of them are from other coastal areas. Probably Wedeba. So most of them are Fantis. And so they come here, they process the fish, they do their businesses, and from time to time they go back to their hometowns. And so most of them are not indigents. You just find a few of them being Ga and basically coming from the place. But most of them are not indigents. Yeah.
Oh, this is actually very, very, very interesting. Huh.
Wow.
But when you look at it, what do you think can be done by authorities to actually help everyone? When I say everyone, we, the consumers, and they, the people who process all this. Because it's a way of livelihood for them at the end of the day.
Yes, and I mean, fish is a delicacy. But So I think aside from authorities coming in to say they are coming to demolish the area and all that, they should be given an appropriate place to operate, and they should be supervised from time to time. The health directorates in various areas or municipalities should always hit the ground, inspect these processing sites. Are they doing the right thing? If they're not doing the right thing, what can they do to support them? And from time to time, they should be educated as to how they have to go about these processing activities in a hygienic manner. Yeah, I think
So you're saying they've never been educated or never been spoken to by anybody until this issue of Buster Boys went viral?
Not that I know of,
Yeah.
but from what you hear them say on ground, they feel they are doing the right thing. They feel they are doing the right thing.
That's what they've known forever.
Exactly. And so you come in with full force and educate them that what they're doing is not right. They should do it this way. I think this is what they'll continue to do.
Oh, that's very serious. That's very serious. Especially aside the one they even smoke, the one on the floor, and it's not even on anything.
Yeah, couldn't you have
They tell you that, so there's a special way they dry it. So they will tell you that they sprinkle water on the floor in a demarcated area, and then they spread the fishes for them to dry. However, is the collection
they sprinkle water on the floor?
Yes, in the area. And they do this in order for them not to, for the fish not to stick to the sun, the grains. And so when they collect them, they are able to get rid of whatever grains of sand that might have been stuck on the fish.
And sometimes the heat to dry also comes from the ground.
Yes, yes. And it's exposed to dust and all that.
Wow. So this is actually a very interesting conversation, and it's also been eye-opening. And to everyone out there that eats fish, how do you feel about it? Let us know. Send us messages about how you feel about this situation. But anyway, we have Frank Asante, who's the PRO of Tema Metropolitan Assembly, on Zoom, and we are going to be talking to him about this issue. Let us hear what he has to say, and if there are any plans to, improve the situation, we will also hear from him. Hello, Mr. Frank.
Yeah, hello, madam.
Good morning. You are welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks for having me. Yes.
All right. So you obviously know what this whole conversation is about. We are going to be talking about the situation at the Abonko fish processing area in Tema. So what are your thoughts about how the fishes are processed and also the environment in which these fishes are actually processed?
Thank you, madam. Like your other panelists rightly said, it's rather an unfortunate situation. It's been a very difficult, age-old situation that we're trying to manage. If I say we're trying to manage, these are traditional fish processing methods that have been with the community for a very, very long time. And looking at the health implications and the challenges that come with it, we cannot tolerate it going forward. And that's the reason why your other panelist, who has been with us on the ground on a few occasions, has witnessed that we are putting in remedial measures to address the situation. Yes.
Wow. So what are some of the measures that the Assembly is putting forward to address this issue?
Yes, like I mentioned, these are traditional fish processing methods that have been in existence for many, many, many years. These are, going forward, we cannot, like I mentioned earlier, we cannot continue to tolerate it, looking at the health implications that comes with it. Currently, my team, that is the public health, FDA and other stakeholders, are engaging with the women. Thankfully, FDA has some models that we are trying to adapt. And these fish processing models or prototypes are very effective and that will take it out of the drying phase. As for the smoking, that's another discussion for another day. But currently, if the focus is on the drying, which we all uphold, that is what we are currently trying to manage.
All right. So as you have conversations with them or your people on ground and FDA being on grounds with them, talking to them, what has been their response? Are they accepting? Are they willing to change? Are they willing to look at new ways of doing things? Or they are just adamant about it because they know, what they know is what they know?
No, I mean, it can't be business as usual, as usual, no. Well, this is health. And issues of health are not, we don't compromise with issues on health and the well-being of our people. Thankfully, they are cooperating. They are ready to adopt the prototype that FDA is coming to introduce. And yes. So right. Thankfully, sorry, I go a bit distracted. Sorry, I'm very sorry about that. So like I said, the women are adopting the new strategies. For a few weeks now, we've been engaging with them, and we'll continue to engage. And I'm sure one of these engagement sessions, we will have your team join us so we can all, sensitize the community together.
We understand the current operating area for those women is earmarked for demolition. Is the Assembly considering to relocate them elsewhere? And if yes, what are the, because they are still on the traditional processing, the smoking, right, which will cause some, destruction to the environment in the new area they are going to be in. So basically, when are they going to be moved out of this current operating area?
Okay, so the word demolition for me, I find it very problematic, but later you switch on to move. So I think I will accept the move.
Right.
We do not demolish. What the Assembly seeks to do, and what we have been doing for the past 1.5 years, is to have organized spaces and give our people fair opportunities. These are spaces that must be properly organized as, before we can have, so we can have our people operate in a more, serene and more organized business environments. That is the vision and mission of the mayor. When she introduced the Tema Facelift campaign, the theme that drives the campaign is to have organized spaces and give people fair opportunities. We don't move out there to only demolish, no. We move to organize the spaces properly. And what we're going to do, and what we've been doing over the past 1.5 years, like I hinted you, and which took us to the presence of the naval base in Tema, is all part of what we seek to achieve. We will, like I said, we will move into this area, this Abonko area, and organize the spaces, and then put the women in proper operating environments. Fish processing is very delicate, and it's the fish lands on our tables. You walk into a restaurant, you walk into a chop bar, you may not know where the fish was processed. I can go into a bar and suffer the consequence of some of these things. So we are all concerned. The people of Tema, the Assembly, and the generality of the public are all concerned about how this processing is done. So like I said again, and for emphasis, we don't just move out there to demolish for them, into these spaces, to have them organized, to operate in an organized and hygienic environment. And that is what the Assembly seeks to achieve with all this facelift campaign. And it's yielding results. And we are thankful that the stakeholders like yourselves, the media, have come on board, to collaborate with us to be able to achieve our set of
All right.
Relatives. We'll continue to partner you in that regard.
All right. So, Mr. Asante, do you know do you have a number of how many women are into this business?
I may not be able to put exact numbers to it, but it's quite significant, and we have them organized. I can get the figures for you maybe later on after this interview, but it's quite significant. You know, the local economy revolves around the marine, the fishing sector, subsector, and the men do the fishing and women do the processing. So it's quite significant, and it supports the local economy. That is why we find it very critical to ensure that they operate in a serene environment, devoid of some of these health challenges. Let me just add that the Abonko area, it's a waterland.
Mm-hmm.
And recently they suffered, yes, it was virtually submerged during the 29th heavy downpour. But thankfully, the National Anti-Flood Campaign Team, or Anti-Task Force, I should say, are currently on location trying to dredge the silted lagoon enclave to be able to, have the place properly silted.
Right.
We as an assembly are partnering with them. Right after they are done with the exercise, we will move in with our facelift campaign, organize spaces, fair opportunities, sanitize the place, and then bring back the women, and then see to it that they operate in a hygienic environment. That notwithstanding, we are on the ground. Our team, our field officers are always on the ground on their routine monitoring to ensure that processing, even in the face of all these challenges, are done in acceptable manner. Those who breach the basic hygiene standards, they confiscate the fish and instantly destroy it. That's one I can assure you.
Okay. All right. So talking about the facelift, you just mentioned that when the facelift is done, the women will come back to the place. So while that is going to be happening, so say while the facelift starts, is there like any other place that they can go and continue with their businesses, or does business stop for them?
No, the business doesn't stop. If you follow us, the previous campaign we did, the fish processors are still in business. It's a business you cannot put on hold for a long time, for a couple of days, yes, just to quickly move in and sanitize the place. But that is their livelihoods. And we are not seeking, as an assembly, we are not seeking to let them forfeit their livelihoods yet. We can also not compromise on the health of our people. We need to have a balancing act, and we must do that consciously to ensure that businesses are saved, yet our health is also paramount. So we have strategies in place to ensure that even if these removals are done, businesses will be protected. And thankfully, we have the support of the Tema Traditional Council and other key stakeholders to be able to embark on this exercise. This is an age-old problem, and we thank God that now we have a leadership in the assembly that is committed to ensuring that these challenges are tackled once and for all.
Right. All right. Thank you so much, sir. It was really nice having a conversation with you. Ladies and gentlemen, we have actually been speaking to Mr. Frank Asante, who's the PRO of Tema Metropolitan Assembly, and it's all about the sanitation issue at the Abonko fish processing area. And Manuel, what are your thoughts about what he said?
I think it is impressive. I like the fact that he said jobs will be protected, because this is the livelihoods of most of these women. They depend on this largely with their families and all. And so I like the fact that jobs would be protected even as they embark on whatever exercise they would be doing. And so I think that was the highlight for me in what he said.
All right.
That's great. Very well done. I think it's good, but I'm still looking at the impact that they exercise when they are moved from this current operating area to wherever. Because it wasn't that clear. Actually, it wasn't that clear about where they will be stationed in the interim while the place is properly put together.
Exactly, because how would you carry all
because
that?
the same
Or
thing,
build all that again?
I think that's what we would maybe follow up again. Yes. So Manuel.
Perhaps.
Yeah. So you would follow up again and maybe
for
come
sure.
up with, because
For sure.
if they are moved, look at the amount of smoke emanating. So if they are moved from this current operating area, and maybe because say they don't have anywhere to go and they go in a more residential area, people are going to inhale the smoke, and you can imagine the respiratory issues and all that. They are in a way accustomed to it now. So when he went there for the first time, could not stand it. It has become part of them. It's not an excuse. That's more serious than we think.
Anyway, we actually have like a comment coming from one of our viewers. Thank you so much for sending it. It says, conditions in which most fishes or foods being preserved before brought to the market is totally questionable due to the unhygienic spaces exposed to. Even to see the surroundings where our mineral water we drink day by day is packaged will shock you. We've seen that before here. Town councillors and FDA bodies have to sit up and act immediately. Thank you so much for sending this message, and I agree with you.
I think we actually need them
%.
back. The town council. In the local, and they'd call them corrupted with tankers.
Tankers,
Because those days, it's improved our sanitation situation. Like in the mornings like this, you'll be there in your house and they will just barge into you, check your surrounding, how clean it is. So it was a mechanism that put people in check as far as sanitation was concerned.
Yeah, but you know, if you look at this situation that we just looked at, that Manuel brought to us, we can't also say it's the women's fault.
Yeah, there has to be a mindset change.
That's the whole hippo
around them.
That's the whole heap.
That's serious.
So the best they can do for themselves is clean here, clean here, clean here, clean here.
That's what she said. Her immediate surrounding is okay. So she's good to operate.
It's okay.
I think there has to be a mindset change as well, because if they are moved and they are not educated from time to time as to what they need to do to process in a hygienic environment, we still continue to see this.
Well,
that's serious.
I just hope people who are in charge of all this, especially the Tema Metropolitan Assembly, the FDA, are doing what they have to do and don't stop, because it's all about continuation. We don't want to start because something trended and then stop because no one is looking. Somebody really needs to be accountable about this, because this affects us. It affects each and every one of us. We think we're all balling, but the things we're putting into our mouths, it's scary.
You know where they are coming from.
It's really, really scary. But I want to say a very big thank you to Manuel Ayama, who's the broadcast journalist right here at Channel One TV. He brought this story. Thank you so much. I think you're really doing a good job. And keep following up. Let us know if there are any updates that we need to know. Ladies and gentlemen, so this has been our community segment. Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we are going to be diving into another conversation that is going to, excite you so much, because this is Ghana. It's right in the corner, and you want to know all about it.
Friday is set.
Let's get into the world of sports like never before. Join us every Friday at 7 p.m. on 97.3 City FM for Sports Panorama, your ultimate destination for all things sports. From the thrill of association football to the excitement of basketball, tennis, athletics, and even emerging sports, we cover it all. Whether it's the Premier League or the latest NBA showdown, we bring you the stories behind the stars.
If you are going to be given this kind of treatment, then you need to be that guy. When I look at him play, he is not 8.
And don't miss the prayer of the rabbi. We're not just about the games, we're about the community.
Khaleda, you two guys, we love you all, yeah. You guys be hard guys, because see before we go sign in, we had almost more than 200.
Or when it's time for Don't Call Me.
It's Don't Call Me time.
Tune in every Friday at 7 p.m. only on 97.3 City FM. Sports Panorama, where sports come alive. Sports Panorama, your weekly sports fix. Don't miss out on the action. Sports Panorama. Catch the excitement every Friday.
Make sure we believe faith family bonds that helps other families that are struggling, unfortunately. Look up to families like the Blankton and learn from you. I mean, isn't that exciting? Fantastic. So, what I need you to do for me, I'm going to be behind the camera over there, and I'm going to be asking you questions. I need you to look to that camera. Can we see it? And I need you to answer the questions. Remember, I need the answers to be as organic and honest as possible. Hobby.
I'm going to keep it to tap like that.
Both bars.
One time, a thief broke into the house, and then Daddy was wearing mommy's nightgown.
Nightgown?
You remember, right? We thought it was a thief in the house, and then all of a sudden, Kobe and I were here in the hall, so scared, and then we saw mom and dad coming out. Like they just came out like that, and Daddy was in mommy's nightgown, like so really. And the funny thing is, it wasn't even a thief.
What was it?
It was a shed that was blowing in the
outside.
The Blankstons airs every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. and is sponsored by Out Insecticide, Nasco Electronics, Lizzie Shito, Everpack, and Lily Rice on Channel 1 TV.
The vibe is too much.
Echume, atiti entemi ya. I was sick home, Debian you may be I just want my baby to come back to me. Me dog kwabna, or don't from a chichrim me, or don't from me. Children, or don't from me. I'm a what in me. Ajay, monsonomo, obesima, madani sujeni, baby you are what? I feel so lonely. It's your sumba, mekwa kwajina, and kwantaneja, a friend sama for kitekendo. Mon fame to imbrame na mafino. Or don't from me. chichrimbie autumn from I'm a what in me. Odre, so what you jam swa? Na me tea my me de de de. Odre, me do. Sing you much ya, baby I dino. Odre, momentone, and on never mommy I was a pet. Odre, so what you jam swa? Na me tea my me de de de. Odre me do. Send you much ya, baby I dino. Odre my mental what and on never mommy I was a pet. And I say and I say and I say but to me and I say, boy, and I say, but to me and I say. Et moi qu'on notice du chromocio de 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 mais tu vois si auto semi et moi qu'on notice du chromocio de 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 enti koso de dame traminia wope now touch your marbles you're into Anasisem all day, Anasisem, but to me Anasisem, not day. Rami shapia kubino na mi obebuno mempa mi wansem amen yedon ye humpa eh akono bonintino mesi ye kasheyo yet your dot tonight Baya febako Tawa bintino Osini wafu Ujami arewo Enontino Mekantem bise Odo mwata difisi die Minshe biem Inti odo komia Nobo kumyo here I am. Oda komia, no bo komia. Oda komia, no bo komia. Here I am. Love goes where love is, that's what mama says. But I can't deny that I don't feel that way. Semi was sad of phenomenon. Nami quando do, Nadia Dodi, yeah, Mintino. Or do I?
It's still Breakfast Daily right here on Channel 1 TV, and as I told you before we went on that beautiful musical break, we are about to have a conversation on This is Ghana exhibition. But I want to say thank you to Rama Black for actually serenading us and, you know, keeping us through this breather. Now we are getting into the conversation. And in studio with us, we have Magdalene Williams, who's an events and marketing and communication executive right here at Channel 1 TV and City FM. Hi, Mag.
Hi, Chris.
How are you?
Hello, I'm well.
You are still in the euphoria of the Northern Business Fair.
You are
Clearly.
spiritual.
Clearly.
Actually, you're so
I can
spirit.
feel
You
that.
are in the spirit. I
I
actually
can
got
feel that.
this outfit from the Northern Business
I
Fair.
can feel that. All right.
And I'm
it,
enjoying
it actually looks nice on you. That's to tell that the Northern fashion is actually also, booming.
It's very much in vogue. Very much in vogue. And they have so many wonderful things in them. Every year is a different kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Every year is
yeah,
a different kind of vibe.
That's a good one. Anyway, for those who missed the Northern Business Fair, you still have an opportunity to come to the This is Ghana exhibition 2026. And that is why we have Maggie in the house. So Magdalene, where are we right now?
Well, so far so good. I mean, the numbers that we have received so far is mind-blowing. If we say we want to have This is Ghana exhibition tomorrow, we can.
Wow.
Because we have the numbers. Yes.
We have the numbers.
We have the numbers. Chris, I'm telling you, we have the numbers.
I like that.
I think Ghanaians have come to realize that we give them a platform to do so many things. One, to showcase what they have as manufacturers, as innovators, as service providers, and everything they are doing that is Ghanaian. Two, we also create that bond for them to come and sort of network, meet different kinds of people. You could meet an investor, you could meet somebody you're going to do business with. You're going to meet patrons that you create that kind of long-lasting relationship with that transcend beyond that This is Ghana exhibition. So they've come to understand the message that we've been preaching all this while about let's patronize ourselves, let's promote ourselves, let's support each other. Because we are all we've got. I keep saying this thing. Nobody will come from somewhere to tell our story for us. We have to tell our own story the Ghanaian way, because if we allow others to do that for us, they are going to
water it down.
Because they don't understand where we are coming from. The journey that we have walked on, we know what we went through and what we are still going through, and where we are, and the kinds of challenges or circumstances that we are in at the moment, in terms of our productions, in terms of our innovations, in terms of even our services. So it's better that we take our time to tell our own Ghanaian story. And this is the reason why we do the This is Ghana exhibition.
Right. How excited about you are you? Because I'm very excited about
I am more
this year's
excited
own.
than you. Like you
Yeah.
said, I've carried the euphoria from
From
Northern
Northern
Business
Business
Fair. I'm
Fair.
still in the Made in Ghana.
Carry forward.
Yeah.
I may carry BBR forward. So I'm so excited. I wish tomorrow was actually This is Ghana exhibition so that I can shop and meet people.
Yeah, so the last time we had this conversation with Frima, she mentioned that yes, we have a lot of people showing interest.
Yes.
But making payments is
gonna
one of the
come to that.
problems that
Yes.
we
So-
are facing right now.
Exactly.
Because this happens every year.
Every
Why they
year.
always wait last minute.
Make intentions,
And
but
then tomorrow we just come out and say, okay,
Sold
sold out.
out.
And then
And then
everybody
they want to
starts
beat
wondering
us.
why.
Meanwhile, you
Why?
had maybe 2 months or even more to drum it in the come and pay your manual, come and pay. They will relax, sit at home, put on some, kinds of behavior. And they come and tell us or come and try to beat us when we say we are sold out. So like Chris mentioned, we have the numbers. Yes, we do. Interest is 200% gone. But now what we are trying to tell people is that, yes, you might have registered, shown interest that this is Ghana Exhibition 2026. I want to come and showcase my product, my innovation, my services, but you haven't yet committed yourself. We talk about commitment. We are talking about paying the fee that we have charged you. So just ask for the fee. Pay as soon as you can. Because a lot of people have started paying and they have started preparing to come for the exhibition.
Yeah.
So why have you registered and you are sitting down and you don't want
and
to
not make a
pay?
payment.
And it's only payment that actually secures your slots at the event. You might have registered because you haven't paid. You don't have that kind of vim to say that hey, this year's exhibition I'm going. But
And some
once
people-
you pay,
yeah.
you know that yes,
And some people
I'm
want
ready.
to pay there.
We don't do that.
This is
Unfortunately,
first pay.
we have never done it, and I don't think we will ever do it because we always get sold out days ahead of the event. So you are better off calling us if you know your amount to pay already. Great. If you don't know, just call us on the same numbers that you called to register, which is 0205 973 973 or 0558 973 973. We'll gladly give you the amount you have to pay. Make sure you pay and secure your spot as soon as you can.
So this is first pay, first serve, not first
That's
come,
how
first
it.
serve.
That's how it works.
They know what happened. They know. They know that it's first come, first serve. So don't worry. They will come. They have to come and pay as soon as they can. And also, you should know that it's not just for the exhibitors. The patrons who are also coming to shop and all are there. We are calling on every Ghanaian, even non-Ghanaians. Once you are in Ghana at that point in the month, which is 29th and 30th, make your way to the Ifwa Sutherland Children's Park. Come and witness the kinds of innovations that we have, the kinds of services. It could. Somebody is even living in Ghana and doesn't know that we do certain kinds of things right here in Ghana. Packaging, automobile assembling, education, so many, even the fashion. There are different kinds. Some people have registered, then they're coming all the way from Tamale, Bolgatanga.
So you can't be in a cry
You
here
can't be and say that. As for me, I'm
Location is not a
relaxing. Madam, I'm in Kakra. You wait, and by the time you wake up next week, Monday, we'll put out that we are sold out.
And it happens a lot. It happens
Grace,
a lot.
you know.
Before you
A
realize
lot.
it's all gone.
It's
And that's why
all
we always
gone.
like to say, if you snooze, you will lose.
You
and
will
when
lose.
you lose, the only thing we can do for you is show
Sorry,
it on air.
oh.
We'll say sorry and then we'll show it on air. We'll show it on air.
We'll show it on air.
Or
You'll
you
see
can
how
put it on
you-
social
how
media.
much
and
you are
you know,
missing.
you know that you're missing a lot.
Don't miss that opportunity
No.
exhibit, to
Not
display
at
your
all.
product
Yes.
to the world. This is not Ghana alone because
No.
we are giving it a platform. Our cameras are going to be all over to
exactly.
capture every moment,
Yes.
even interaction with patrons, with
Patrons.
customers. It's going to be shown. Would you like to miss that? No.
I
So
don't
pick
think
the
so.
numbers and engage us. We give you the amount, you pay, and that day you'll be there to display.
Yeah, and I would like to also say that this is a family kind of event.
yeah.
Okay, so don't say that, oh, it's Saturday, I really want to come. It's Sunday, I really want to come, but you know, who will take care of the children at home? Don't worry. we have a kids corner beautifully organized for you. Bring the children,
Oh, I
bring
like,
your
I like
nanny.
the kids corner.
It's so amazing when you go there. They are always happy. They have face painting. They have some trampoline. They have so many things to,
like the
to keep them
trampoline.
busy.
Just
While
last
the
week-
parents are shopping and interacting with other people, it also helped them to even make new friends.
Yeah.
So networking, even at the kids corner, is also a very good and healthy thing. So, and you know the kinds of patrons and exhibitors that come for City and Channel One events.
Yeah,
We are not just
yeah,
bringing you
yeah,
anybody.
yeah.
Oh, no,
And, yeah,
no, no.
and, your- and
You know,
your
we will
kids are
crack
safe.
it for you.
Yeah. And your kids are actually very safe.
Very safe
Yeah.
because we have security. By extension, we have the security people from the Ghana police service. So don't worry about, security of your kids and and even yourself, your cars, and everything is secure.
And there are going to be meals there, food courts as well.
Grills,
Hey.
The grills, the drinks, and,
the
you
drinks, the local drinks, the local indigenous foods. This is an event you do not.
I'm waiting to try
See.
akpele and fetlidoche.
Oh, you'll definitely get
Yeah.
it. I can say on authority that you will get it. And many other, Ghanaian dishes and all of. So see, there's so much to shop. There will be so much to see. There'll be so much to experience at this year's This Is Ghana exhibition. So under no circumstance, honestly, should you miss 29th and 30th of August at the Ifwa Sutherland Children's Park. If you miss or if you snooze, like Chris said, you lose.
You
And
lose.
that's for us. We will show it on the television. We'll put it on social media. It will be in your face. So
Yeah.
call us, make your payments, secure your slot. Voila.
Yeah.
Prepare for the exhibition.
So any messages to the sponsors?
Why not? We are so grateful to EcoBank and also to MTN for supporting this year's edition of the This Is Ghana exhibition. Thank you for coming on board. We are so much grateful. Looking at the kinds of sponsors that we also have, I should tell you that you are coming to meet people who are giving you, financial advice, investment. See, why haven't you paid? A word to the wise is in the north, my hometown.
I
So
like
we will
that.
see you.
Yeah.
We will
All
see
right,
you.
ladies and gentlemen, there you heard it from the hostess Magdalene Williams, Events and Marketing and Communication Executive right here at Channel One TV and City FM. You definitely do not want to miss this after this conversation we've had. But oh God,
Pay and secure
Pay,
your
pay,
spot.
Wahab. Tell them
Pay
for
and
me.
secure your
Pay-
spot.
It's that simple.
Pay.
You know?
If you don't pay, okay.
Chris,
Anyway,
sold out is coming soon.
it's coming on.
Hey, don't worry.
It's coming
We are in that
soon.
office. It's coming.
coming
Well, ladies
soon.
and gentlemen, this has been the conversation. Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we are going to be going through the 100 names that were chosen for the next level of the aptitude test when it comes to the literacy challenge.
Looking for everything made in Ghana? All in one place? Then get ready. The This Is Ghana Exhibition 2026 is here. A bold celebration of Ghanaian creativity, innovation, and excellence. From rich traditional crafts to modern cutting-edge solutions, experience the very best of Ghanaian products and services. Explore excellence across key sectors, including automobile, agriculture, education, health, hospitality, fashion, technology, food and beverages, creative arts, beauty, retail, and more. This is the biggest Made in Ghana fair, bringing together SMEs, startups, manufacturers, local creatives, indigenous corporate bodies, entrepreneurs, and innovative businesses all under one roof. Discover brands redefining quality, connect with industry leaders and innovators, experience the energy of Ghanaian enterprise and creativity. The date is 29th and 30th of August 2026. The time is 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. Venue, the Ifwa Sutherland's Children's Park. Call 0205-973-973 or 0558-973-973 to register. Come explore, come connect, come be inspired. Discover the brands redefining Made in Ghana and experience the future of Ghanaian excellence. The This Is Ghana Exhibition 2026 is powered by Channel One TV with support from City FM. And it's proudly sponsored by EcoBank and MTN. This is Ghana Exhibition 2026, celebrating Ghana, showcasing excellence. The entries are in and the marking has officially begun. Who will make it to level 2 of the Literacy Challenge 2026? Listen out for randomly selected entries on Branch in the City and the Traffic Avenue on 97.3 City FM and on Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 TV. The top 100 contestants from across Ghana's 16 regions will be announced on Tuesday, 11th August 2026. Next up is level 2, the aptitude test. The top 100 contestants.
All right, you're welcome back to the show. This is Breakfast Daily right here on Channel 1 Television. And yes, we are now heading into the Literacy Challenge. You know, we asked you to bring your entries. We received them. We have perused them and now shortlisted the number so that we proceed to the next stage of the competition, which is the aptitude test, which I like to call it Justify Your Inclusion. Right. So yesterday we unveiled the 100 people who made it to this stage. We are going to go through the names again. The aptitude test is this Sunday, 16th of August, 2026 at the British Council. So let's start with the list. Chris, you start with that?
Yes, I'm going to be starting with the Volta region, but then again, Maggie is still here with us. We didn't want her to go because we also wanted her to be part of it.
Well,
It's 100
kidnapped
names,
me.
so we had to share it among us. So I'm going to be starting with the Volta region. Alfredo Ernestine, that's the first one. Alfredo Ernestine from Kabore Junior High School. Or we have Mensa Gabriela Maupemo. Mensa Gabriela Maupemo, Volta Barracks, JHS. Samuel Danku, Hobankwe EP, JHS. Samuel Danku, Hobankwe EP, JHS. Bafari Jaina Enam, from the same school, Hobankwe Central, RC, JHS. Hobankwe Central, RCJHS. Ajanku Joanna Maunyo, Kabore School Complex. Ajanku Joanna Maunyo, Kabore School Complex. Austin Deladem Agoche, Betwa EP Junior High School. Austin Deladem Agoche, Betwa EP Junior High School. Joshua Dogbe, Hobankwe EP JHS. Joshua Dogbe, Hobankwe EP JHS, and Thelma Aye, Kabore School Complex. And Thelma Aye, Kabore School Complex, and the others are repping the Volta region. Now let's head to the Central region. We have Nana Kobina from Christ Legacy International School. Nana Kobina, Christ Legacy International School. Laurentia Kwating Labi, Aswell Academy. Nicholas Mensa, Bonkrom MA Basic School. Olympio Stacy, you didn't write your school. Julie Ann Oforiwa Dankwa, Girls Model School. Mohammed Sani Shamisia, Pentecost Preparatory School. Mohammed Sani Shamsia, Pentecost Preparatory School. Abigail Nkum, Girls Model School. Gloria B. Obeng, Girls Model School. And Frances Efua Ayika Tego, Unipra North JHS. Frances Efua Ayika Tego, Unipra North JHS, and that's the Central region. So we're going to move on over to the Northern region.
All right, so to the Northern region, we have Malo Eroy Tang Yenili, that's from Savannah International Academy. We also have Issa Abal Salsabila, Abbey Helpern School, Paul Fabian Yerdong, Belhaven Montessori School, Fahim Yumpuni Al Hassan, he's from Savannah International Academy as well. Tedrick Suntang, Evangelical Church of Ghana School Complex. Abdul Nasir Shamima Suhini, Abil Halpern School Complex. Karin Hapok Efua Pra, Abil Halpern School Limited. Kamal Din Iman, Abil Halpern School Limited. Vera Bakari, she's from Fachi Little Flower School. And to the Western region, we have Joyce Aqua, Onya Francis Ideal School, Alexander Hammond, Peace Royal International School, Justina A.C. Hagan, Bright Kids International School, Grace Amanama, Peace Royal International School, Pere Lucia, Peace Royal International School, Ronalda Nyako, New Pathways, Michelle Kwaba, Peace Royal International School, Roswell Nkrumah, Star of Beginners Preparatory School.
Okay, so I think we'll move to the Upper East region.
Yes.
We have Regina Abugri, AA, Great Victory Academy. Davoro Gerald, Great Victory Academy. Yinema Casilda Atara, also Great Victory Academy. Ayaba Verity Afagad, Great Victory Academy. Alobo Akari, Adabase Junior High School. Atara Nawal, Great Victory Academy, and also Baba Sumaila Salamatu, Four Rivers International School. And we move to the Buni region. Emanuela Michelle Sier, Dreamfield International School. So Emanuela Michelle Sier, Dreamfield International School. Enimonyam Boafo Wilson, Sunyane Secondary Model Basic School. Tua Apia J. Cosmos, Berekum Methodist Junior High School. Kimberly Nadia Sintim Amadou, House of Hope International School. Lord Fred Iyaboa, Dreamfield International School. Nancy E.A. Taylor, Holy Spirit School. And Hilda Opoku Kwarteng, Adventist Preparatory School. Eastern region.
Eastern region.
Okay. So for Eastern region, we have Vincent Apiavedu, Densua MA Basic School. Bevlin Dede Koranteng, Densua MA Basic School. Kuduvo Gideon Tete, Inkurakan RC JHN. These names are heavy. Stephanie Ochrewa Apeu Jan, PCE Demonstration JHS. Nuako Kwame Kwabena Adom Miracle. So Nuako Kwabena Adom Miracle. Suhum Roman Catholic JHS. Ivan Jamefi hidden in the other school. Nyamedum Apia Kubi, Apia Abuaje, Hallmark Schools. In Shiraba Kwabena Opari Itua, Clever Lane Montessori, and Prince Pa Kwesi Boafo, LM Academy.
All right, so moving on, I also have Divine Yambifari Amblaku. He's from Leadership Community School. And Tangpo Dumanebal Niola, St. Peter's Catholic School. Bemie Abbas Sharika, Hilaliman SHS. Manuel VP LED, he's from Ansiala Catholic School. Laurel Akomia Obobi, KNUST Basic School. Sarah Jan Noels Dakwa, Good Shepherd RCJHS. Efia Ejewa Anoche, Aguna SDA Junior High School. Zubairu Latif Babajato, International Community School,
Mm.
Akwesi Poku Jatin, KNUST JHS, Wilma Dot, Stepping Stone, Enoch Ejiboy, KNUST Senior High School, Wilma Dot from Stepping Stone Christian School, Peter Tebi Asamoah, Oslo Standard School, Humble Boaten, God's Love Academy, Hans Deborah Darkon, KNUST JHS, Anissa Tim Tony Idris, KNUST JHS. We also have Emmanuel Ado, God's Love Academy, Gracia Abla Dagba, KNUST JHS, Makiondim Michael, Passion Academy, Passion International School, Brianna Adanubo, KNUST Basic School.
Anyway, yeah, we actually have a lot more
list.
for you, but then
Yes.
again, since we're running out of time, we would like to remind you that tomorrow we are going to be continuing. So do well to tune in to Breakfast Daily right here on Channel One TV, and keep your ears on City 97.3 FM too. But we have a birthday message here, and the birthday message says, "Happy birthday to the CEO of Primera Beauty, Selma Abena. May God bless you in your new age, and here's to many more years of peace, growth, happiness, and success. Your Doc Chris loves you." Another one, "Happy birthday, Mamaga Kokui Tamaklo. God will always provide for you." And wishing my husband, Sydney Tokonu, a happy belated birthday from his dear wife, Kim. He listens to you guys every day. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kim.
Happy birthday so much, Sydney. Happy birthday to you, Sydney, and also Kim. Thank you so much for telling us that he listens. We'll shout out at you. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, so this has been the end. This has been a great show, and this is the end of the show. My name is Chris Carter, and I will hope to see you tomorrow, same here at 7 o'clock, right here.
And I'm Wahab Abdul Razak. Thank you very much for watching, and enjoy the rest of our programs.
Looking for everything made in Ghana? All in one place? Then get ready. The This is Ghana Exhibition 2026